Here we go. What's good, everybody? It's just your local angler, MoneyBass, back out here once again to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, if you are somebody that is new to the channel, just make sure you check the description, guys. You always want to check the links in the description. There's a full breakdown of this we call Bass for Cash. Now, it does not cost anything to participate, but as you saw in the title, you guys could walk away with a $40 payout today. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, and also you just need to guess the exact weight of that fish. So we're not going to waste too much time today. We're going to go ahead and get started because I'm kind of off to a late start today, guys. I was planning on getting out here a little sooner, so I will be using my electronics. Everybody knows about the things that's been going on with live imaging and all of that. So here we go. We see some fish out here sitting about 60 feet out. So I'm going to start off with this wacky rig, guys. Well, it's a Nico rig. So, well, I thought I was going to start out with that, but I guess not. I got a knot in the line. Hold on just a second. Technical difficulties, but I will be getting into the chat to see what you guys are talking about in the chat, of course. Okay, this is the rod that was not made to be casted out at a long distance. So I guess I'm not going to start off with this Nico rig. Let's just get straight to a shaky head. How about that? Until I get this. Well, actually, we have some time today, guys. Let me get this knot taken out of this line because I do want to use this setup throughout the day. So let's go ahead and get this knot out of the way nice and early. Who do we have checking into the chat? What's going on, everybody? All right, let's see. Shout out to Justin White. Oh, yeah, I made it. I know you guys may have been thinking that I wasn't going to be here today, but today is a very, very lovely day outside. The winds are pretty much non-existent where I'm at right now, so 0 to 5 miles per hour on the winds. It's not chilly out here today, so I'm guessing it's probably in the 50s today. Feels real good compared to what it's been out here. We have No Hesse back in. Shout out to Matico. What's going on? We have Alexandria Corbett. She is back. What's going on? Good to see you back in the chat. I see Karen, one of the new members of the Money Team. Oh, yeah, we're going to get out here and have some fun today, guys. So we're going to end this off on a nice Friday. And, you know, I really want somebody to walk away with this cash today. So I'm going to try to get 1, 2, 3 fish to the boat real quick so you guys can get these guesses in. See if anybody wants to walk away with this $40 payout today. So I believe it has increased to $40, but we'll get that confirmed in just a minute once we have the sponsor of the stream step in and let us know what today's payout is going to be. So instead of playing around with this knot all day, guys, I'll go ahead and get it taken out right away. As you come into the chat, make sure you guys double tap your screen. Always want to remember to hit that like button. It really does help the channel out. And I don't know if anybody has noticed, but we are just under 14,000 subscribers, guys. So all we need is somebody to come in today, double tap the screen for that like button, and also hit the subscribe button. You want to subscribe, guys. We may end up doing some type of, I don't know, 14,000 subscriber giveaway, something. I don't know yet. But we'll think of some type of celebration to do for, well, actually 15,000. We'll probably do that at 15,000. All right, let's see if I got that knot out of the way now. I need to be able to make a decent cast with this. So I have this high-vis yellow braid on here is what you guys see me reeling in right now. Shout out to Chris Phillips. We have Hippie Dave checking back in. The burning season says, just in time, I needed something to put me to sleep. All right, well, I'm going to wake you up. The burning season. I'm going to wake you up today. All right, let me just check this real quick. Make sure that I can get my cast out there where I need to get it to. All right, there we go. So I got that knot out of the way. So I normally throw a wacky rig on this setup right here, but I set it up with the Nico today. Or Nico. How do you guys pronounce it? Nico rig? Actually, I need to get repositioned a little bit better. But we'll go ahead and fish this back to the boat while I take a look and see what you guys are talking about. Minnow Dunker says, my tournament partner is nicknamed Money Bags. So I'll tell you what I tell him. Get him money. Okay, I remember you saying that the other day. All right, Chris Phillips says, this is like watching tennis or golf or NASCAR after church on Sunday. Take a nap and wake up at the end to see the finale. Hey, if you wake up at the end on this, you might miss the bass for cash, miss that cash for the bass. All right, Clint Perry says, what was that saying about being prepared? Oh, yeah, I tried. I thought I was prepared. I was actually getting things set before I came up here. Alexandra says he is currently headed to an appointment. Okay. All right. Junior Martinez says, Money Bass, what up? What's going on? Money Team says, happy Friday to everybody. We have Chef Boy checking in, says, money in my pocket. We still on a medium. We still on a medium today. Chris Phillips says, I'm going to win. Chris Phillips says, hey, my money. Chef Boy says, water calm today. Might get some good ones. All right, so yeah, just take a look around, guys. It's nice and calm out here today. Have a few boats out. So on this Friday, I'll go ahead and stay out here for a while. Have some fun with it today. All right, so here we go, guys. There's my bait right here falling down at about 50 feet. I'm just gonna kind of hop it right through this structure right here. And actually, let me go ahead and move away from it a little bit, because I don't want to disturb those fish too much, but I probably already came in a little too close to it. Chris Phillips says, I'm a winner every day. Life is good. I can agree with that. You know, I want to make sure that you enjoy the things that a lot of people consider small things in life, because the things you may consider small, there's some people who don't even have the privilege of doing those things. All right, so I see we have about 20 people. We're just getting started, everybody that is just tuning in. We're just getting started for the day. So we're doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. I catch the bass, I show you the fish, you guess the exact weight, and you will win that cash. Today, we're waiting for the sponsor to confirm. Alexandra says, I will fill in for him, but I'm giving you all 4 p.m. because I have a Girl Scout this evening. Uh-oh, guys. We have 2 hours. We have just a little over 2 hours to make some things happen. All right, so what is the payout today? Alexandra, do you know what the payout for today is? Chris Phillips says, hit that like button, double tap the screen. Yes, sir. That definitely does help. That is something that we need to have done. Make sure you guys do that. All right, so the payout today is $40. That is the full pot. Now, remember, the pot is paid out in increments. So the person who guesses the first fish of the day, you will walk away with $25. But if you are a member of the Money Team actually plays for the entire pot every single time. Membership does have its privileges. So keep that in mind, guys. And also, the members of the channel, the members of the Money Team, they get 2 guesses per fish. So that means they have twice the chance to win. And I've noticed that a lot of the members of the channel have been taking advantage of that, because for the last, I think, 3 payouts or so, it has been a member of the channel that has won. Ken says, I don't see that white buzzbait. James Larry says, $40. Wow, let's catch some fish. That's right. The full payout today is going to be $40. But remember, the payouts are done in increments. But if you are a member of the Money Team, you're playing for the full pot every single time. It does not cost a thing to play. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. We go in subscriber mode whenever it's time to open the scales up. Justin White says, oh yeah, I want it all again. Ah, come on, Junior. He says Money went home smelling like skunk yesterday. C219 Troll hopped in right at the beginning. He was like, hey, man, I know you've only been out here for 10 minutes, but how many do you have in the boat? So we do not have any yet. I think I've only made like 3 casts so far. I mean, sometimes I have come out here and caught a fish or 2 on the first cast, but today it did not happen. All right, guys, let's see. So what kind of plans do you guys have for the weekend? Is anybody fishing any tournaments? Anybody going fishing? Are you doing your Christmas shopping? What's going on out there? Fill me in on the game plan for this weekend. Who wants to win this payout today so they can go out and catch some of those sales? Are there still sales going on? All right, I'm fishing this thing with an open hook, pulling it right through some cover, and that did not work out too well. James Larry says, I'm getting some boat repairs done. Chef Boy says, I'm going to be watching some sports. Junior Martinez, don't we all, says he's going to be working on that honey-do list. Very rarely is one of those things on that list, honey-do, go fishing. All right, am I going to be able to get this loose, guys? C219 Troll, you're fishing Clark's Hill on Saturday? On Sunday. Is that a tournament or are you just going fun fishing? And of course, well, I'm thinking that you're talking about crappie fishing, right? Junior Martinez says, flushing my boiler and working on a basement. Okay. No Hesse says, my new motor for my new motor for my John boat should be arriving. Then my build is complete. For the spring, I made a deck boat chair. Okay, all right, so you're gonna be out there having some fun, testing out some new things. All right, guys, let's see if I can use this bait knocker to get this thing loose. So really, I should be throwing this in rocks because it has an open hook on it. But I thought I'd just try something a little different. All right, let's go ahead and get this on here. Let's see if we can knock this bait loose, guys. Man, that thing went deep. Did it fall off? Let's see. Something doesn't quite feel right with that one. Let me reel this thing back in and see what happened. Oh man, it is on the line. It's just real deep. We're sitting in 25 feet of water. All right, there we go. I got it. Good deal. These bait knockers always come in handy, guys. All right, got the bait back. I'll show you guys what bait I'm throwing in just a second. What's going on, Smurfy? Smurfy says, where at? If you're asking where I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Chef Boy says, I'm too green. What is that? This right here is what you call a bait knocker. So anytime you're fishing baits that you do not want to lose in rocks or getting caught up in tree branches and things like that, you want to keep one of these bait knockers on there. You just put it on the line, let it drop down, and knock that bait loose. So if you have a $10, $15, $20, $30 bait on the line, you definitely want to make sure you get that back to the boat if it gets hung up. So that is what this is called, a bait knocker. Lure knocker is what a lot of people refer to those as. So now, of course, this line got tangled up. Has a bunch of twist in it, but let's get that loose just in case I need to use it again. I'll go ahead and have it ready. Smurfy says, what kind of fish are you fishing for? We are out here fishing for spotted bass, but every once in a while, you know, I'll run up on a largemouth bass also, but I'm on Lake Lanier. This lake is known for some very big spotted bass out here. You guys have seen me catch fish anywhere from what, like a half a pound all the way up to 5+ pounds is what you guys have seen me catching out here. So there's definitely some decent sized fish out here. All right, let's put this down and then I'll show you guys the bait that I'm using. And why it got hung up. So I'll show you that. So it's kind of rigged up like a wacky rig, but there's actually a weight in this side of the bait. So what it does is it just kind of hops along the bottom like that, because this weight will keep it down and the hook is exposed. So that's why it got hung up. But generally I can fish it through areas like that because I can fish it real slow and not really put a lot of pressure or anything on it. Let's go ahead and put a little stank on it, guys, because the fish are down there. But today we'll be here for a quick minute, then we're gonna roll out and go to some other areas. I'm gonna try a few different, there we go, Ness knows what that is, a Nico rig, that is correct. But yeah, today what the plan is for me, guys, is to just try a few different techniques. So I'll do that for maybe like an hour or so, and then we may switch up and go to something that, you know, I feel more confident in as far as catching fish with. Montez says, is it true that a town is under that lake? That is true. That is true. So there are houses, bridges, all kinds of stuff, roads and everything that you will see under this lake. And using these electronics, it's easy to find those. You can see them, you know, pretty easy when you're using your electronics. We have Voodoo back in the chat. Says, you sure you're gonna get one today? Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna get one today for sure. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen today. Today is Friday. So I want to see if anybody's going to walk away with these funds for today. So we'll get some fish to the boat today, guys. Now look at that. Would you look at that? I should have retired after I put that that bait knocker on there, because that right there just was a cast and the line broke. So let's try this other thing that I was planning on working on today, which is just throwing a little basic swim bait, guys. Chef Boy said the likes are diabolical. Oh my goodness. They are what has happened to the likes? Man, the likes are ugly, and so is what just happened. I cast this out there and got hung as soon as I casted it out, guys. This isn't quite starting out the way that I wanted it to. I'm trying to get out here, and I have a few different setups that I wanted to try out today. But the thing about it is I'm not really using it the way that they're supposed to be set up, because really what I'm throwing right now, I should be throwing that on like rocky points and stuff like that. But I saw some fish out here and decided to throw that. Let me see. Freddie says, oh yeah, there's a documentary on YouTube about this lake. That is true. All right, looks like we're in another bait knocker situation. Let's see if we can get it loose again. All right, guys, so the likes, we are at about 15 people in the chat. I mean, 50 something people in the chat. So we'll probably have over 100 people in here today. So what we need to do as we get these people coming into the chat, we need you guys to hit that like button. The channel definitely builds off of those likes. All right, here we go. So there we go. There's the line right here. So now I just need to get this bait knocker back on here once again. See if we can get this line loose. But yeah, while we're doing all of this, this will give you guys some time to get the likes up. So this is Friday, guys. This is Friday money that we're talking about. I know you guys want to get out there and do a little shopping and everything. All right, if you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. Appreciate that, Junior Martinez. Let's see who is participating, who is getting active on the channel, who's participating and helping everybody out. All right, really appreciate that, Dennis. Jose hit me with the like, really appreciate that. Crockett, I knew Crockett was gonna get the like button already. All right, and there we go. Just like that, got it loose, guys. All right, guys, we are back. Junior says I need a motivation bet. All right, let's see, guys. We're gonna cruise around, gonna make a few more casts here, and then we're gonna head out and kind of explore around a little bit today. All right, Alexandra, giving everybody the rules of engagement. I definitely need to tighten up the drag on that. That's a little too much. I knew that was gonna happen once I stopped reeling. This is another exposed hook bait. Just bump it along. So doing this, I do know that I'll get hung up a little more often. All right, how are the likes looking, guys? Did they fix my likes? The likes are still looking a little ugly. They're looking kind of famished. My likes are looking lonely. We're sitting at 26 likes, guys. Do we need to do a sign of life check for the chat? We need to get up to around 50 likes pretty quick. So we're gonna be roaming around doing a few different things for about this first hour. And then after that, I'll switch back over and do some things that I generally catch fish on, and then we'll switch back again. So what I'm doing right now, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm out here. I have a few different lures and stuff that I have recently set up, and I just want to get an idea of how they feel, if I'm actually able to catch fish on them. So I'm just kind of out here testing some things out. All right, so let me show you guys what I'm throwing right now. So it's just a basic little paddle tail swim bait, guys. Just throwing this out there, letting it drop all the way down to the bottom. So that's why I said I know I'll probably get hung up a few times. Crocker says, I'm seeing 28. Maybe it's me. Be right back. All right. Voodoo says, come on, y'all, hit the like button. Oh, yeah, we definitely got to get the likes up, guys. The likes really determine the fish participation. The fish are like, hey, man, if nobody likes the stream, there's no need for us to bite. So it's your fault. It's your fault if you're not hitting the like button and we don't catch any fish today. All right, let's see. We have Kevin the Fish Kid tuning back in. What's going on, sir? Good to see you back in the chat. Haven't seen you for a minute. He says, you were talking about getting some crab the other day on the stream. It made me want to get some too. I'm boiling the rest of it now. So yeah, you got yours. I didn't even go and get any for me. Shout out to Steve Wimpy back in the chat. He said, any tappy taps yet? No, sir, not yet. Kevin the Fish Kid said, I watch a lot. I just don't always comment. Okay. It's all good, but it's good to know when you're in the chat. You can just drop a quick hello. right, so we're out here on a little point that should have some rocks on it, sitting in about 20 feet of water, casting us all the way out there, letting it go all the way to the bottom, and just kind of slow rolling it back, guys. We're sitting at about 31 likes. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Man, don't you wish miss those top water days? Steve Wimpy said, put some stank on it. Well, I'm throwing a moving bait right now, so I don't generally put a little stank on it when I'm throwing a moving bait. I wait until I'm throwing something that I'm bouncing off of the bottom. And actually, speaking of that, let me go ahead and get my that Nico rig set back up, because that just broke off on me a minute ago, if you guys saw that when it happened. All right, so we're gonna reach into the bag of tricks. And what all do we need? We're going to need, we're gonna get, let's see, need one of these weights right here to put into the worm. Oh, and actually there are my wacky rig hooks in here that have the weed guard on it, and that's exactly what we need for the things that I like to do. So not really, well, Shadow Sight says, bruh, I'm from Texas. They love top water. Oh yeah, it was top water season here not long ago, and we were killing it. All right, so we'll use this hook with a weed guard. I don't know how well the hookup ratio is gonna be on that. And then let's just grab a Cinco. All right, in the chat, these are your two choices. Which color do you want? Do you want this green color, or do you want, this is what we call June bug. Which one do you guys think? Kevin the Fish Kid says, crazy to me how people do brain rot type of streams get 300 average viewers. Then there's someone who actually gives money away, doesn't get that much. That's right. All right, Voodoo says Junebug. Junior Martinez says green pumpkin. You guys know I show I show a little favoritism to the money team, so we'll go with that green pumpkin. So we're gonna go ahead and put this O-ring on there to help hold it in place. And then we take this lead weight and slide this lead weight into that worm like that. Gonna put the whole thing in there. All right, there we go. Hunting Ridge Reptile says that June bug was hitting yesterday. Oh man. Well, we're gonna try something a little different today. All right, so we got the worm set up. Now let's get the line set up. So I like throwing mine on 12-pound line. So what pound is used on your Nico rig? I like putting 12-pound on mine. And I'm gonna try a different type of knot. I'm going to use a Alberto knot on this, so the knot will not be as big and get hung up in the whenever I'm trying to cast, or get hung up on the guides. Kevin says, what makes fishing fun is all the choices. That is correct. That is true. So many different things going on all at once. I mean, you guys see all of this stuff I have out here on the boat. Have baits, line, boxes, cutters, all this kind of stuff. All right, once again, make sure you guys tap that like button. Today is Friday. We are doing a Friday $40 payout. Now remember, if you are a member of the money team, you are going to get 2 guesses per fish. The money team are the people that you hear me referring to as, well, the members of the channel are the people that you hear me referring to as the money team. All right, so we're gonna tie a quick Alberto knot on here. And hopefully that'll let it go through the guides a little bit better. So this braid that I have, I believe it's either 15 or 20-pound high-vis yellow braid. And you see that I'm putting that on 12-pound fluorocarbon. right, bring it 5 back the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and back through that center right there. All right, there we go. Wet the line a little bit. Put some tension on that line. There we go. That'll catch a 10-pounder right there. And then the other thing I like about this is you can cut it as close as you can get it, and the knot will still be fine. All right, there we go. Now let's just test the knot. There we go. The knot is good. Kevin says, don't limit yourself to a 10-pounder. Hey, if you catch a 10-pounder on this lake, you are doing very good on the lake. So, I mean, you can catch a 10-pound largemouth. I haven't heard about anybody catching one recently, but a 10-pound spotted bass, I believe that would be a lake record for this lake. But you do hear a lot of 5s and stuff like that being caught. All right, so let's get everything put back up and organized. Keep it clean as we go. Jesse says, where are you fishing out of? What lake? I'm out here in Georgia on Lake Lanier. Kevin the Fish Kid says, don't limit yourself to that 10-pounder. Hey, if I catch a 10 wheel, it'll be all good. All right, so we got the line done. Let's go ahead and put this back up. Keep that line right down there. All right, now we have to tie the hook on. So the hook, I'll put this on here with a, Jason says, how do you like them ducket rods? Well, right now I have quite a few of them. So just about any fish I catch is going to be caught on them. So right now, I mean, they treat me pretty good. I mean, I started out using some, the basic stuff. I was still catching fish with that. I would say it's all about trying a few things out and seeing what you feel comfortable with. All right, let's see. Let's get this polymer knot tied on here. So I did an Alberto knot for my braid to fluorocarbon, and then I am doing a polymer knot for my wacky rig. And this one has a weed guard on it. So we'll see. Tournaments, but we'll use it today. And let's go ahead and put a little stank on it, guys. Put a little stank on that green pumpkin. All right, now we're back to some action. Now we're back in action. Kevin says, we need a stank emoji for the money team. Oh my goodness, what is that right there? That is about 60 feet out. Let's see if we can get that right there where it needs to be. Steven says the worm looks similar to tilapia magic. Yeah, I think that is like a green pumpkin blue flake or something like that. Not really sure. Jason says they are really good friends of mine. Need to try their new sway minnow. And who is that you're talking about in the chat? Junior Martinez says money gets in the zone when the likes reach about 45. Oh yeah, we need to get those likes up, guys. You guys want to see some fish today and you want to get that cash for this bass today. We're gonna need to get those likes up. It's kind of a teamwork type of situation going on. Steven says, what's the water temp? The water temp is 53 degrees, between 53 and 54 degrees, in that range. All right, guys, what we're gonna do is throw a jerk bait. You guys see these fish suspended out here at about 60 feet away? So we're gonna throw a jerk bait out there and see how those fish like it, because I do have one tied on. Has anybody heard of Cyclops? Does anybody know what Cyclops is and how it got that name? All right, we're gonna put Cyclops into action real quick and see what we can make happen. Okay, got him, guys, got him. All right, he came right up there, looked at it, got him to the boat. Is it a good one? It's fighting a little bit. It's a little bit of a fighter. We'll see, we'll see. Oh my goodness, this is a decent one, guys. This might just qualify for a bass for cash fish, but the problem is that it has one little hook in it. It has one little hook in that fish, guys. Oh shoot, I can't get my net. Oh man, I gotta get him to the net. Oh, and we got him in the net. Ooh, we got him in the net. We got him in the net. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is look and see if my likes are right. If my likes aren't right, there's not gonna be any bass for cash for right now, guys. Did you see the action? Did you see what I had to show you? I showed you the fish, and see, I told you guys I was gonna do that. I showed you the fish that we were gonna target. I made the cast out there and pow, right in that mouthpiece. And it's gonna be, it's a qualifier. It qualifies for bass for cash. Bendation, baby. That's right, who said that? Junior Martinez, he knows about that bendation. I didn't really get too hype on that one, guys. I was nervous. Your partner MoneyBass was nervous on that one, all right? Now, do we have the likes, Herbert, Crockett, do we have the likes up? I mean, I don't think they know how it works, guys. We have to have some likes to play this thing we call bass for cash. Now, I'll go ahead and show you guys the fish. You see it? See the stomach right there? Let's go ahead and put him on the scale. I think this one might be a little over 15. And it is. You guys see it right there. It's about a 15 and a half right there. All right. So there we go, guys. We got the first one to the boat already. Just took a little scouting around and getting some things figured out. So we're going to put this in the live well because we need to get the likes up. Guys, we're almost at 100 people in here watching today. Why do we only have 46 likes? Can somebody in the chat let people know what bass for cash is? Let them know in the chat what bass for cash is. I don't think they realize that somebody is about to get a payout. Let's close that up. We're going to put some water in there for that fish, give him some recirculate that air. But there we go. Got the first one to the boat already. All right, so when I come out here wanting to try one thing, you guys saw what I want to catch the fish on today, but they don't always cooperate with what I want. All right, so we got the first one to the boat. So the way that this works, guys, we are only at 48 likes. That's kind of ugly. That's atrocious. And today is Friday. Today is a Friday payout, guys. Somebody's going to get this money and be able to go shopping. We have a $40 payout right now. If you are a member of the Money Team, the members of the channel, you guys get 2 guesses per fish. If you are not, You get 1 guest per fish. So membership does have its privileges. It doesn't cost a thing to participate. We have 100 people in the chat and we only have 50 likes, guys. We need 75 likes. Once we get to 75 likes, we'll go ahead and put that fish on the scale, guys. Now, you saw Alexandria say that time is limited today. So you got to make sure you get these likes up. So here we go. I'll show you guys what I was targeting right here. You see these fish suspended out there. There's 2 more fish sitting right out there. So we're going to throw Cyclops back out there one more time and see if maybe we can get another one. See if we can get another one, guys. So I saw the fish come up and hit it too. So they're sitting about 70 feet out right now. Since I already popped their buddy in the mouth, they may not hit it again. But here's the jerk bait. It's already at about 50 feet. But the fish I'm targeting are way back there at about 70 feet. So let's go ahead and reel it in. And we're going to make another cast out there. That's about 70 feet or so. 80 feet or so. Shout out to Voodoo says, get another one, Money Bass. All right, you guys, make sure you pay attention to the rules of engagement. The rules of engagement are in the chat. Alexandria is giving you the info. She's giving you the 411. All right, you must be a subscriber to participate in Bass for Cash. So make sure you double click the screen and hit that like button. Well, double clicking the screen is hitting the like button, and then make sure you subscribe, guys. Make sure you subscribe. See if we can get another one to the boat while you guys are deciding whether you want to get us to 75 likes or not. If you have not hit that like button, make sure you take a second to go ahead and hit that like button, guys. All right, we have another fish following right behind the jerk bait. There's the jerk bait, and there's a fish right behind it. You guys see that? Watch me move it. When I move that bait, the fish is kind of staying right there. But it didn't want to commit to it. So what I'll probably do now is throw something to take it down to the bottom. Junior Martinez says, the faster we get to 75 likes, the quicker we can play Bass for Cash. That is right, guys. We got to get the likes up. We need some crowd participation. You guys know this is a very interactive platform. So we get out here on a weekly basis and do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, you guys got to give me some credit. You know what? I have not been charging my batteries in my, so we're not going to run these live wells that long, but I haven't been charging my batteries. So let's turn some of these units off back here. And the reason I haven't been charging my batteries, does anybody know why I haven't been charging my batteries? Does anybody happen to know why I haven't been charging my batteries? In the chat, I just want to see who knows about this channel. Who knows why I have not been charging my batteries? Herbert knows. He says, I cut my power cord. That is 100% correct. I cut my power cord, chopped it up with the prop. I did not realize it was still hanging from the boat. And when I came out to the lake, I chopped it up with the prop. So I have to go and get a new power cord, guys. And actually, once I got home, I forgot to, I forgot all about it. Chris said, because you don't need to. You have lithiums. I do not have lithiums. Junior says, you added a solar panel to your boat? No, sir. Chris says, oh, yeah, you cut it. That is correct. 15 more likes. Okay, you guys might want to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. You're getting them up there a little faster than what I thought. Let's see, guys. What did I do to my unit? I may have to swap my units out again. get it plugged back in first. All right, let's go ahead and swap these things out. It's not acting right. So what we're gonna do is just swap this out real quick. Just set this one back here. That's one of the things I like about being able to swap these units out. So as you guys know, these Helix units look like their days are numbered. But that's what I have, is all Helix units up here. Let's see, does that fit right back into that same slot? It does not, so I need to adjust this just a little bit. All right, there we go. Get that adjusted a little bit. Just slide it in so it'll fit on this 10. We're gonna put this 10-inch unit up here up front and just leave that 12 off for now. All right, there we go. Get this 10 on here. Go ahead and plug it in. All right, bam. Back in action, just like that. All right, so how are the likes looking? We're at 62 likes. Now, let me show everybody for just are just tuning in. We have over 100 people in the chat. Now, what we're doing is this thing we call Bass for Cash. I come out here on a weekly basis, guys. On a weekly basis, I come out here and I catch fish. Whoa, do you see that monster in there? It's going crazy. Oh, my goodness. See if I can get him without him hit me with those fins. There we go. So we got the first fish to the boat, guys. What we're about to do is this thing we call Bass for Cash, where I catch the fish, you guys guess the exact weight of that fish, and you will walk away with up to a $40 payout today. Now, the members of the channel, you guys get 2 guesses per fish. Those are the members of the money team, the people that you see that have a badge next to their name. It does not cost anything to participate. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. Let me get back up here and just check out my system. Make sure everything is back up here and running. All right, just have to change some settings back around. I normally keep this unit at my console, but I had to do a quick swap. Where'd it go? All right, so set that as a shortcut. All right, let's reboot this unit. All right, so the Bass for Cash jackpot is $40. We're paying out a full $40 payout today. You never know, it could increase, it could decrease depending on who wins, guys. Make sure you have hit that like button. Once we get to 75 likes, we are going to do this thing we call Bass for Cash, trying to see if anybody's going to walk away with some of this weekend money is what we're going to call it. Who wants some of this weekend money? Let's see, guys. Let's go ahead and get everything booted back up. And while we're doing that, I think I'll just throw this Nico rig out here next time. Try that out. While we let everything boot up, Voodoo says, get them likes up, y'all. What's taking you so long? Don't you want to do this thing we call Bass for Cash? I told you that the likes needed to be up. All you had to do was hit the like button as you come in, and then we wouldn't have to wait. We could get right to it because we have 1 hour and 15 minutes left on the clock to see if anybody else is going to get another chance to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Time is moving pretty fast. So Alexandra says you must be a subscriber to participate in Bass for Cash. So make sure that you double click the screen to hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button, all right? All right, we're just getting the units and everything set back up, guys. Since I did not charge my batteries up, the units are acting a little iffy. They're a little iffy today. They're a little finicky with no power. All right, but we're gonna get back to it. So if anybody's wanting to know how well those 10-inch units work versus a 12, here you go. So you guys just saw me using the 12. Now you saw me put this 10 up front. The settings are a little different. Looks like this one's set up running a little bit hotter than the than what that 12 was, but it'll still show a good image. Let me throw this Nico rig out here, let you guys see it when it hits the water. Let me see, there we go. So yeah, I just need to adjust the settings a little bit. It's a little out of the beam. Let's see if I can get it back in the beam. All right, it fell right where it needed to. So we're gonna pull that right through there. And let me just go in here and change some of these settings real quick, guys. Pop this contrast up, bring that back down. Let's see what else we have. Forward range on 95, that's good. Down 55, that's all right. All right, let's go ahead and fish this Nico rig back. All right, guys, we're at 67 likes. How many more likes do we need, guys? 7 more likes. Herbert says, let's go. Let's get it. All right, so keep in mind, you must be subscribed to the channel in order to participate in Bass for Cash. Now, the other very important part of this information is that Bass for Cash is brought to you by SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. All right, I need everybody to put SWAT in the chat. Now, SWAT sponsors Bass for Cash. SWAT is a locally owned, locally veteran-owned landscaping company. They do residential and commercial services. So if you are in need of any lawn care needs and you are in the metro Atlanta area, make sure you reach out to SWAT. And I believe their information, there you go. Their information is in the chat. SWAT Lawn Operations is based out of Conyers, Georgia, and services all surrounding metro Atlanta areas. For a free estimate, please call 404-423-5131. All right, guys? We want to support those that support us. So they're a strong proponent of the fishing community. So make sure you guys support your local businesses whenever you can. I see Judy. Judy put SWAT in the chat. All right, guys. We're sitting at 68 likes. We still need a few more likes. Appreciate everybody for shouting out SWAT in the chat. Crockett says, shaking my head. It's free to hit the like button, folks. What is going on? Crockett, I don't think they want this Bass for Cash. Maybe Wimpy was right. Maybe Stephen Wimpy was right. He said they don't really want this money. They don't really want this free money. It's free to subscribe to the channel, guys. It's free to subscribe and participate. They don't want this free money, Crockett. Oliver says, I subbed and liked. Can I get a shout out, please? What's going on? We have Oliver. Is that Hoddard? Is that how you pronounce that? What's going on, Oliver? Glad to have you in the chat. Now, Oliver's like, hey, I know this is my first time here, but I'm going to win this money. I'm going to get me some Friday money. All right, Oliver, if you win, today, well, so as a subscriber, you are playing for a $25 payout. Now, the members of the channel, the people that you see with the badges next to their name, they can take the entire pot. So as we catch the fish, the pot is paid out in increments. So this first payout is going to be $25. But like I said, the members of the channel, they can come in and snatch the whole pot all at one time, all right? But Oliver, what are you going to buy if you win this payout? All right, then Kevin, the fish kid, says they think it's fake or something. Oh, yeah, they don't know. Bass for Cash is real, just like the Bendation. We have Jay Kulik says, I like, then subscribe. Can I please also have a shout out? Jay Kulak, am I pronouncing that right? Kulak. What are you guys going to buy if you win? I want to know what Oliver and Jay have to say. All right, I see some fish sitting right out there. Let's see if they want to get in on some of this action. All right, Jay says a new fishing bait. All right, Oliver says, or a nice jerk bait. Probably some panoramas. What are panoramas? Kevin says, just like the Bendation. That is correct. Bass for Cash is real, just like the Bendation. MX Bass, you must have just tuned in. He says, confused why you're not throwing a jerk bait. I just caught a fish off of a jerk bait. So what I did is I showed you guys on the screen. If you scroll back in time just a little bit on that fish catch, I showed you on the screen the fish that I was targeting. And then I showed you why I was going to throw a jerk bait. I threw the jerk bait out there and caught that fish. And after that, the other ones were getting kind of finicky. They weren't really, just like I saw something moving, but they weren't really getting active on the jerk bait anymore. So I went finesse. I picked up a Nico rig. All right, what do you think about that MX Bass? Is that a good technique right there? Then we have Gary says, I'm going to put it on my old lady's books. Okay. Van Demick says, hello, I'm from Indonesia. Indonesia back in the chat once again. Man, we've had a few people coming checking in from Indonesia, guys. I told you guys we are worldwide. It says, come to my country, you find monsters of the sea. What kind of fish do you catch out there in Indonesia? Voodoo says 25, gonna put it to my tournament entry fees. Good deal. We just need a few more likes, guys, and we're gonna make this thing happen. Angelo says, desde Colombia. Colombia, what is going on? Good to see you in the chat. Pale Rider says, I'm going to buy a new extension cord. That's what I need. But you guys said I can't play my own Bass for Cash game. MX Bass says, yes, just tuned in. Yes, sir. So we just caught one on a jerkbait. I'll show you that in just a minute. So MX Bass, have you ever heard of Bass for Cash before? Have you ever heard of Bass for Cash? Just drop a simple yes or no in there real quick. I just want to see if MX Bass knows what is happening today on this Friday. We have Haha in the chat says, hi, man, all the way from Turkey. Oh, my goodness, guys. We're definitely getting live in here. We have 100 people in the chat. We have people from Indonesia, Turkey. Everybody drop where they're from. Where are you guys from in the chat? Oliver says they are made by 6 cents and are a soft plastic shad imitation. Okay. All right. Shout out to Ben Milliken. So, Oliver, did you know that Ben Milliken was on the show before? I'm assuming you know who Ben Milliken is if you're using 6 cents bait. But yes, Ben Milliken was on the show before. All right, let's see. Alexander says Bass for Cash is free to play. You just have to be a subscriber to play. Guess the weight of the next keeper for a chance to win. That is correct. So today's full payout is $40. And what we do is we pay that out in increments. So the first payout is going to be $25. Whoever guesses the exact weight of this fish is going to win a smooth, nice and easy $25, all right? If you are a member of the Money Team, you get 2 guesses per fish. Now, I keep saying this over and over because if you are not a member of the channel and you put more than 1 guess in the chat, your guess will be disqualified. And you don't want that. You don't want that to happen. So you want to make sure you only put your 1 guess in the chat. Now, if you are a member of the channel, Like I always say, whoever is a member, membership has its privileges. They get 2 guesses per fish, which means they have twice the chance to win as everybody else. Saludos, Angelo. Shout out to Junior. Uh-oh. Do we have 75 likes, guys? Do we have 75 likes? Junior says, oh, yeah, we have 75 likes. Shout out to Louisiana. Oliver checking in from Louisiana. We have Cody from Florida. Junior Martinez says, hey, I'm from Earth. I'm from Earth. Gary's from Tennessee. Indiana. Adams from checking in from Indiana. Crockett says, money, we got 75. Come on, buddy. We want you to weigh that fish. Oliver says, no, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. We also have Herbert from Florida. Cody's from Earth, too. We have 2 people from the same place. MX Bass says South Florida here. Shout out to South Florida. Grand Lake, Oklahoma, Pale Rider. Kevin the Fish Kid checking in from Colorado, but 21 years in Florida. Shout out to the 321. All right, so it looks like we have the 75 likes, guys. So what does that mean? Do you guys know what that means? What does that mean once we get these 75 likes, guys? Shout out to Henry checking in from Hawaii. Good deal checking in from Hawaii. All right, let's go ahead and hit these fish in the head with a shaky head real quick. But what is it that we have to do before we weigh this fish, guys? Does anybody know what it is that I need to do? Does anybody need to know? Does anybody know? Alexandria knows. She said 1 extended cast, not just 1 more cast. She said an extended cast. And on this extended cast, you know, I got to put some stank on it. Let's put some stank on it. And we're going to do this extended cast right here. Appreciate you guys for getting me up to those 77 likes. We have about 100 people in the chat, about 100. Let's see. Do you guys think somebody is going to win on this first fish? Who thinks somebody's going to win? Herbert says, but would turn into 5. All right, so we're gonna do 1 more cast. All right, so there we go. We got 1 more cast out there. And Jason says, Gunnersville, Alabama here, working and watching. All right, Jason, do you ever fish Lake Gunnersville? What's the biggest fish you've caught on Lake Gunnersville? Oliver says, me, I'm going to win. This is my first time here, but I'm going to win. Now, for anybody that does not know, I see we have about 100 people in the chat. If you are new here and this is your first time coming to the channel, put the number 1 in the chat. If this is your first time coming and checking out the channel. Crockett says, extended. That's right. This is 1 extended cast. Oliver says, fishing and watching. Okay, wow. Cody is here for the first time. Shout out to Christopher. Oliver. We have 2 Codys in the chat. Cody Decker and Cody McGee. Gary says, you on the last cast? I'm on just 1 more cast. This was 1 more cast. This isn't the last cast. This is just 1 more cast. Shout out to Leon. We have edits in here. Henry. Aiden. We have Aiden checking in. Listen, so of the people that are putting those 1s in the chat, who has just subscribed today? If you have just subscribed to the channel today, put subscribe in the chat. Put subscribe in the chat. And what I'm doing is just kind of gauging the room. I want to see how many new people that we have tuning in. How many new people do we have tuning in today? Leon Perez says, how's the bite today? The bite, it's all right. I mean, I've been out here for what? Maybe about an hour. We've been fishing for about an hour. Now, was that, okay, there we go. There we go. Cody, Leon, Oliver. We have Jay Kulak. All you guys hit me with the subscribe. Henry subscribed. Outdoors with Preston subscribed. Cody McGee says, always got to for a fellow bass fisher. Oh, yeah. Jason Bryant fishing. Okay, 9.2 pounds. Wow. But many 6 and 7s. Numbers are great this time of year. Good deal. All right, Cody Decker. We're out here catching spotted bass. Now, I have one in the boat right now. I just did 1 more cast. and then we're gonna weigh the fish. But I don't know if you guys noticed, when I cast that time, I was trying to cast this way, but it kind of went to the right just a little more, so it was a little crooked. So I need to redo that cast, because one more cast has to be a good cast. We have to make sure it's straight. Hold on. All right, people, I'm back. I just got a call from somebody, said they want to hop in on this Bass for Cash. So I need to make another cast and wait for them to log in. They think they're going to win. All right, shout out to Oliver. Yo, yeah, I had to take a quick phone call. But yeah, somebody said they wanted to hop in real quick. They was like, did you catch one? I was like, I sure did. All right, Christopher says that, what did he say? That logic is sound to me. All right, Alexandra says it was crooked. Herbert says, here we go again. Man, you saw that cast was crooked. Did anybody else see that cast was crooked? Jason says, what's the water clarity? Looks pretty good. All right, so the water temp is around 50. What did I say, guys? 53. The water clarity is pretty good. Can you guys see me zooming in on it? So right now I'm casting over there toward this little laydown. I've kind of moved in a little shallow. We're coming up on some rocks over here. Fish seem to like rocks. Uh-oh, we have Sweet Lady back in the chat. Says, how long have you been fishing today? For just about an hour, a little over an hour. All right. Crockett says, it was hawk. Nope, that was not chicken hawk. Goodness, what did I get hung up on right here, guys? Nope, it wasn't chicken hawk. Kevin says, funny how they weren't watching the whole time. Oh, yeah, they just happened to call. They didn't even know that I was out on the lake. But they just happened to call, so I was like, hey, you might want to hop on and try to win some of this Bass for Cash. All right, let's see if I can get this knot out of here, guys. It's kind of bumping through the guides. All right, so are you guys ready to do this thing we call Bass for Cash? Jay Kulak says, can it please be me and Oliver split the money? You want to come in right away and take the money. I think some people are going to be mad at you if you come in here and just take their money like that. You see how they're already like, hey, funny how somebody just hops in right whenever we get the fish to the boat and we're about to weigh the fish and see who wins some of this money. All right, guys, let me just retie real quick because I had a knot in the line. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was a knot right there in the line. So what I'm going to tie is a quick and easy Alberto knot. Sweet Lady says, I didn't get to see it. You guys know I'm going to show you the fish again. But let me just get this knot tied real quick. And then we're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I just do 5 twists on my Alberto knot. And then I take it 5 back in the other direction. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there we go. Voodoo says, not yet. He's holding on to the money as long as possible. And Cody says, never heard of that knot. So what is happening with Bass for Cash? All right, so Bass for Cash, what Bass for Cash is, I come out on this lake and I go fishing. I get a fish to the boat. All you have to do is be a subscriber and guess the weight of the fish, and you will have a chance to, well, you will win the money if you guess the weight of the fish. Now, the way that works, let me just double check that line. All right, so we're about to do the thing that we call Bass for Cash. I will show you guys that fish one more time. But before I do that, you guys saw me, I just tied that knot, right? So you know I have to cast it to make sure that the knot is good. I can't just retie a knot and not check it first. Jason Bryan says, first time watching a live feed, but been watching for a while. Enjoy your content. Good job, sir. Keep it up. So yeah, I need to make this cast. You know, I didn't really want to make another cast, but I just had to do it because I just retied. So anytime you retie, you know you have to go ahead and make another cast, right? You guys understand that. Got to make sure that it casts straight, that the knot is good and everything. Gary says, all you need to know, it's mine. It's all mine. The cash is all mine. Jay says, go back and look at what Oliver said. What did Oliver say? Let's see. I don't see it, Oliver. We have Wicked Weasel checking in. He says, it's milk money time because you're milking the time for my money. Hey, you know, I had to make another cash, right? Crocker says, sure you didn't. Voodoo says, subscribe, y'all, to participate and only guess once when the scales are open. That is correct. What's the money team? All right, so shout out to the money team. The people that you see in the chat are the people with the badges next to the name. Those are the members of the channel. They are the money team. Now, being a member of the channel has its privileges, all right? The members of the money team, they get 2 guesses per fish. Right now, the full payout for the pot today is $40. Now, that pot continually increases. The payout is paid in increments. Today, it is going to be paid out $25 for this first fish. All you have to do is guess the weight of that fish. Now, like I said, the members of the money team, they get 2 guesses per fish, and they are also paying for the full $40 payout. Everyone else, you're participating for a $25 payout. So like I said, membership does have its privileges, but it also does not cost a thing to participate. All right, guys, it looks like we have the likes up. It looks like you guys are ready in the chat. If you're ready, guys, put I'm ready or put weigh that fish in the chat. If I don't see you guys ready to participate, then I might need to make one more cast. Should I make one more cast or weigh the fish? One more cast or weigh the fish? Leon says, appreciate the explanation. Oh, yeah, Leon, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we are going to go to subscriber only mode. Once we go into subscriber only mode, you will not be able to put your guess for Bass for Cash in the chat. All right, you guys are saying ready, weigh that fish. Uh-oh, who is that? Clint Perry just gifted 1 membership, and that membership went to TR. Shout out to Clint Perry, and Clint Perry is also the sponsor of today's live stream because whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or gifts the most memberships to the channel, they are the sponsor of this live stream because it is supported by you guys, the watchers, the viewers, and the members of the money team. So really appreciate that. Let's see. Does anybody say, Kevin the Fish Kid said one more cast. Sweet Lady says, look, I really want to say the real name, but you know, I mean, she says, I sat here 6 hours one day. Oh, man, okay. All right, well, Sweet Lady, I really want you. Okay, let me ask you, should I make one more cast or weigh the fish? You see I got it locked and loaded. You see I have it ready. Should I make one more cast? I'm going to let Sweet Lady, she says, just say batch. Oh, my goodness. All right, Sweet. I can't do it. It's hard. It's hard. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, all right, Sweet Lady, should I make one more cast or weigh the fish? I'm going to let you decide. Which one? One more cast or weigh the fish? I don't see it. She said cast. She said one more cast, guys. All right, Jason said cast too. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to make a cast right out here, a little off of the a bank. We're sitting in, oh, goodness, guys, all of my electronics are off right now. I haven't been charging my batteries, but I'm not sure. I would guess and say we're probably in about 15 feet of water. So we're going to make that cast out there, and we're going to fish it on back. Voodoo says, y'all killing me. Y'all are killing me. Leon Perez said, may I suggest Sweet Beep? I kind of like Sweet Lady. Oh my goodness. But that is a unique name. I like the name. Maybe that's something good to go on a t-shirt. So yeah, I have some low batteries. My batteries have not been charging because I accidentally cut my power cord. All right, Jay Kulak says, and also somebody, please give me a membership. So they're gifting the memberships, Jay. But the thing about it is they cannot decide who gets the memberships. It is done through random draw. So they can choose the number of memberships, but you can't pick who you want the membership to go to. Kevin the Fish Kid says, hey, we're here for the fishing. All right. Leon says, I'm here with Jay. Oh, I'm with Jay. Sweet Lady says, same thing as last time. Same thing as last time. All right, guys. All right, yeah, I'm milking this cast because I thought we could get one more fish to the boat. We're having some fun with it. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go ahead and turn on my backup switch. And I don't know if you guys were here a few weeks ago. I normally charge my batteries up and keep everything charged. So I had actually forgot that I have a backup switch in here. And there it is right there. All I have to do is turn the switch down there, and it's my Perco switch. It actually starts giving it more power, feeding more power from the other battery. So now my units and everything will stay on. But yeah, I forgot about that. All right, the cast is almost over. We have Chappie tuning in. Chappie was like, did I hear Bass for Cash? Sweet Lady says, I'm here to see what happens this time. Leon says, I have high hopes for the next fish. Do you guys see who has stepped into the chat? He said, hey, hurry up and get that. Let me reel the cast in, guys. We're going to get straight to Bass for Cash now. Shout out to the spot remover. Came in and hit me with the $19.99 on the super chat. Oh, my goodness. Everybody put TSR in the chat. I need to see TSR in the chat at least 15 times before we weigh this fish. Everybody could put TSR in the chat. The spot remover, you, sir, are now the sponsor of today's live stream, and just in time. Did you know that we already have a fish in the live well? Check it out. Do you see it in there hiding? It's in there hiding. Come on out and say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. We have a Bass for Cash sitting right there in the live well. Shout out to TSR, guys. All right, so spot remover, you came in just in time. You, sir, are a member of the Money Team, and you are the sponsor of today's show, so you will get 2 guesses to guess the weight of this fish. If you are a member of the channel, you get 2 guesses per fish. Anybody that you see with the badge next to the name, those are the members of the Money Team. They get 2 guesses per fish, guys. I want to make sure that I clarify that because everybody else, membership does have its privileges. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you are a subscriber, that is all it takes to participate. It is free to participate in Bass for Cash. Now, I'm going over the rules real quick because we are about to weigh this fish. I'm going to show you guys this fish. We're going to put it on the measuring board, and then we are going to weigh the fish. Once we weigh that, well, you guys are going to put your guesses in here first. You're going to have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat, all right? 2 minutes. Once those 2 minutes are up, the scales will be closed. Once you see scales, do not start putting your guesses in here yet. Wait till you see scales open. We have Alexandria, the Honorable Alexandra Corbett. She would drop scales open in the chat, and then you can start putting your guesses in, but you only put 1 guess. Make sure you read the information she is putting in there for you guys. All right, Sweet Lady says, sitting here for 6 hours last time should get me something. Oh, yeah, Sweet Lady, come on. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Voodoo says, we don't guess yet, y'all. Right, don't guess yet. All right, and there's an example. The guesses have to be up to 2 decimal places, all right? And we're going to go into subscriber mode only. Make sure you have already subscribed. If you wait until we open the scales to hit the subscribe button, there's a 2-minute delay, and you will miss out on being able to participate in Bass for Cash, all right? The payout today, the full pot is $40. The payout for the first fish is going to be $25. Now, if you are a member of the Money Team, the people that you see with the badges next to their name, not only do they get 2 guesses, but they also are playing for the full $40 payout, okay? All right, guys. Alexandra, whenever you are ready, let's go ahead and make it official. like a, oh my goodness, it came off of the cold tag. All right, let's hold it up. And once these scales open, then you can go ahead and start guessing, all right? There we go. There is the fish. Alexandra, you can open the scales whenever you like. And let me just show you guys the fish from a different angle. Scales are officially open, everybody. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to subscriber only mode. There we go, guys. We are in subscriber only mode. MoneyBass just turned on subscriber only mode. So if you have to be a subscriber to participate. There we go. There's the fish right there. We're going to put it on the measuring board for you, so you guys can see that it is a little over 15 inches. You see it goes past that 15.5-inch mark. There we go. All you have to do is guess the exact weight of that fish, and you will win a nice and easy. Oh, but keep in mind, the members of the channel for a nice and easy $40. Membership does have its privileges, guys. If you are thinking about becoming a member of the channel, just click the link that is pinned in the chat. All right, that link is pinned in the chat. And also, the link is in the description. So you guys have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and ease around a little bit and see what I can see while you guys are doing that. Alexandria dropping some information in there for you. How to join the MoneyBass channel to become a member. Membership does have its privileges, guys. You should definitely become a member of the channel. We do members only live streams. You kind of stand out in the chat a little bit more. Let's see, guys. I'm looking around, just looking to see if I can see any fish out here that are catching my attention. Shout out to DL Peck Fishing. All right, guys, got to make sure you get those guesses in there. Leon says, not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. Jason Bryant says, don't tease me with that wacky rig. So yeah, you saw that, but I actually have it set up as a Nico rig. All right, let's see. So Alexandra, she said the scales are closed, guys. The scales are closed. The scales are closed. Hopefully everybody got some time, which you should have had time to put your guesses in the chat. Now the scales are closed. Once the scales are closed, what's going on, Karen? Karen, you sliding in here at the last minute. I think you missed it. Karen, you got to guess before the scales are closed. Oh, no. I see a few more guesses coming in, but the scales are officially closed. We are about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash now, guys. All you have to do is be a subscriber. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to come out of, no, we'll stay in subscriber only mode right now. So the subscribers to the channel, you are the ones that have the chance to win. All you had to do was subscribe. I gave you guys enough time to do that. Again, big shout out to the Spot Remover. The Spot Remover is the current sponsor of today's live stream. Like I said, whoever gives the largest super chat or super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor of the live stream, guys. Junior Martinez says, it's money time. Oh, yeah. All right. The scales were open. The scales were closed. Oh, my goodness. But you know what, guys? There's something that we need to do before we actually weigh the fish. Does anybody know what that one thing is that we need to do before we weigh that fish? Jason says, throw a jig on that rock. What about a Nico rig? Can we do a Nico rig? Alexandra says, David Ferguson, you only get one guess. Gary said, give me my money. Junior Martinez says, uno más casto. Clint Perry says, one more cast, one last cast. There you guys go. You guys know the routine. We got to do one more cast. Just one more cast, that's all. Not much. Uh-oh, who just did that? The Bass Hunter. just gifted a membership. And guess who it went to? Voodoo. Voodoo, you are now official. Oh my goodness. Voodoo, if you could. I mean, you know you have to show a little Southern hospitality and thank Mr. Bass Hunter for giving you that gifted membership. Shout out to Bass Hunter. If everybody could put Bass Hunter in the chat. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. We have Sweet Lady. I still can't say it. Sweet Lady came in with the 19.99. She's like, oh, hey, the spot remover. I think I want to share this. I want to be a co-sponsor for today. Really, really appreciate that. All right, guys, look, I do have to make one more cast. Let's go ahead and get that one more cast done. So I'm throwing that Neko rig out there. We're sitting in 17 feet of water. Oh, my goodness. I see some spectacular stuff out here right now, guys. But yeah, so we're going to throw this out here real quick. Shout out to Sweet Lady. But we're going to make this kind of quick. Right now, we still are in subscriber only mode, guys. So you have to be a subscriber to comment right now. We're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. The scales have been opened and closed, and you guys saw the fish that we have back here in the live well, which I'll be showing you again, one more again in just a second after we get this cast in. If everybody could put, what should we say in the chat? Should it be Sweet Lady? Or you guys make the choice. You can put the real name or you can put Sweet Lady, but put one of the two in the chat. And also drop back. Listen to Junior Martinez. All right, look at it. She says sweet batch. Oh, goodness. Everybody put Sweet Lady batch. How about that in the chat? It's like giving a compliment and being disrespectful at the same time. It's like those Sour Patch Kids. You know how they're sweet and sour? All right, let's see. Shout out to the Sweet Lady hitting we with the 19.99. Another big shout out to TSR and also Voodoo. Did you give credit where credit is due? Did you give some credit to the Bass Hunter? Bass Hunter says, welcome Voodoo to the Money Team. All right, guys. Yeah, we are growing. We're getting stronger and stronger. I think we're going to be over 4,000 subscribers by the end of the day, guys. All right, it is time. How did they say? It's time. We're about to weigh one bass in here. It's called One Spotted Bass for this thing we call Bass for Cash. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel and you will get your chance to win. Shout out to Bill Meeks. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. So we're going to break out this scale. Let's go ahead and get back into, let's see. I'm going to open it up so everybody can start commenting again. Subscribers. All right, there we go. So now we are out of subscriber mode. All right, so here we go, guys. The scale is zeroed out. Let's go ahead and put this fish on the scale real quick and see if we have a winner. Now, remember, you guys are paying for a $40 payout. If you are a member of the Money Team, you are paying for a full $40 payout. Now, I will say this fish is going to be at I'm feeling a 171, guys. 171 is what my guess is. We have it zeroed out. We're about to make it official. Your partner MoneyBass said 171. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Did you see it? Do you guys see it? Your partner MoneyBass is right on the money with the 171. There we go. Did anybody win? I went with the 171, guys, and I guessed it right on the money. Your partner MoneyBass was right on the money. Do you see it? Crockett says, damn, I said 172. There we go, guys. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Chef Boy, he said I won. Chef Boy, did you take all of the money? Did Chef Boy take all of the money? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Clint Perry says, oh, my, how did you do that? How did you do it, MoneyBass? Look at that. All right, so now what we're doing, Alexandra, the Honorable Alexandra Corbett, she says we have an official winner. Oh, no. Did he take the entire pot? Oh, man. Shout out to Chef Boy, one of the newest Money Team, just became a member of the channel. So I believe that is a full $40 payout. You got you some weekend money. Alexander said, yes, he did. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. I told you guys, membership has its privileges. Chef Boy came right in and took that cash. Oh my God, guys. Look at that right there. That is a nice $40 fish right there. We're gonna send it back home. Let everybody know that you just participated in this thing we call Bass for Cash. There we go, guys. Shout out to Chef Boy. Chef Boy came in and said, I'm gonna take everybody's money. Oh man, that is crazy. Let's see if we can get 8 more likes, guys. We're almost up to 100. Look at that. There you go, Chef Boy. 171. Wow. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Chef Boy. Came in here and took everybody's money. One of the newest members of the Money Team just came in. How long have you been a member, Chef Boy? He says, bow, bow. Chef Boy came everybody's money. I think it's gonna be some people mad at you, Chef Boy. They don't like it. They're like, how did you just come in and take all of that money? What are you gonna buy, Chef Boy? And I don't know if you guys saw, but the Honorable Alexandria, she's asking for your Cash App because people that win, they get paid right away. This isn't some mail-in rebate. We're gonna send you something in the mail later. No, you get your cash right now. It's all good, guys. It's all good. All right, we're gonna move to another spot. We're gonna keep on fishing. The thing is, you never know. There may be another sponsor or something that hops in and chips in some money into the payout. But oh my goodness, guys. We're just gonna ease on to a different place. Let me look in the chat. Wow, look, there we go. Junior Martinez says, Money Team on a streak. Yeah, I think the last 4 or 5 winners have all been people that have just tuned in and joined the channel. Jason says, them bubble scales way heavy. Jason, what was your guess? Leon says, I'm ready for the next fish. Leon says, hey man, we gotta redo that. We gotta do it again. Oh my goodness, Chef Boy, your funds have been sent. We're just waiting to receive confirmation from Chef Boy. He says, and I'm going to Disney World. He said, I'm going to Disney World with his money. He said, I just won the Super Bowl and I'm going to Disney World. Jason said 1.45. Chef Boy, did you? Oh, he says, got it. All right, look at that, guys. Just that quick and easy. Is Bass for Cash real? Is Bass for Cash real? Does anybody have any doubts about this thing we call Bass for Cash? I told you Bass for Cash is real, just like the bendation. And also, let me show you this, Chef Boy. The bait that won you that money. This is it right here. I caught that fish on this jerk bait. This is does anybody know what bait this is? It's a Vision 110. A MegaBass Vision 110 plus 1. You see that? I can't remember what the color of it is, but there you go, Chef Boy. If you want to go and buy one of those baits, but that is the bait right there that won you those funds. Mel said, what is this? What is going on? This sounds crazy. This is something that we call Bass for Cash, where I catch the fish. So I'm out here fishing. I'm out here in my boat. I'll give you guys a boat tour in just a second too. But I'm out here fishing. As I catch the fish, I weigh the fish. And you guys guess the weight. If you guess the exact weight of the fish, then you will win the amount of cash that we have in the pot at the time. Man, don't you guys like how that worked out? Junior Martinez says that is Cyclops. That is correct. So does anybody know where I got this bait from? Who knows where I got this bait from? And also, who knows how it got its nickname, the Cyclops? Who knows the history of this? Who has been following this channel long enough to know how I got that bait. And that kind of makes that catch even more special, that Chef Boy won that money off of that bait. Does anybody remember how I got that bait? Leon says, what happens if two different people guess the right weight? All right, so what will happen if they are a member of the money team? Remember, I told you membership has its privileges. The member of the money team will take the money. The member of the money team takes preference, right? Takes precedence. The other thing is, if two members of the money team guess the same weight, whoever put the weight in there first, they are the tiebreaker. All right, so does that answer? I told you membership does have its privileges. And for the last 4 or 5 people that have won, they have all been members of the channel. I mean, maybe it's because they've been following the channel for a minute that they're starting to get a good eye, but whatever it is, it's working for them. Whatever it is working. All right, I'm gonna hop back into the chat real quick. Bass for Cat. Voodoo said Bass for Cat. Look at Voodoo, has that badge next to his name now. Oh my goodness. Voodoo, you're official. Oh my goodness. Voodoo said, hey, I'm official now. An official member of the money team. All right, so we're gonna get out here and do it one more again. But right now, guys, the pot is gone. But maybe you should keep watching, because you never know. Sometimes somebody hops in, a sponsor may come in and say, hey, I'm putting some more, I'm feeding the pot again. But shout out to Chef Boy. Came in with that Friday payout. Sweet Lady says, I believe sat here too long one day. She watched a whole 6-hour live stream, or 4 hours or something like that. Chef Boy says that scale was dancing all around 1.71 and I was getting nervous. That is right. Oh, so me and you guessed the same thing. How about that? I didn't even think about that. All right, Leon says, what happens if two people? So I explained that. All right, let's see. Dead batteries and everything. That's right. My batteries were dead, but I forgot that I have that backup. All I had to do was hit that switch. So we're good. All right, Kevin the Fish Kid. All right, he knows the history of Cyclops. It's because I caught a fish and it was in the eye. Well, I didn't catch the fish. I reeled in the fish's eyeball and it was ugly. Oh my goodness, it was bad. All right, let's see. Does anybody know where I got that bait from? Chef Boy does. He said, found it in the water. That is correct. So not only did Chef Boy win off of that bait, Chef Boy knows the history of that bait. And Jason says, tackle warehouse where anglers go broke. All right, Jason says, you ever get to Gunnersville, I put on a Bass for Cash and make him throw in a ducket rod. Oh my goodness, Jason. All right. All right, I actually won on Gunnersville. I won a mega bass pot. I caught a 6.5 pounder, 6.5 pounds, and I won a payout that was around $5,000 on Gunnersville before. Sweet Lady says, ew, oh yeah. And on top of that, there is a video clip of me. I'll have to look and find it, but let me think. What was the title? Does anybody know the little video clip that I put? What the title of that video clip is with the eyeball? When I show you guys, I'm holding the eyeball in my hand. I reeled in. I had the fish on, but then I felt the fish when it came off. And when I reeled it in, it was only an eyeball. It was only an eyeball on the hook. All right, we are at 96 likes, guys. All we need is 4 more likes to hit that 100 mark. She said, Sweet Lady said, are you sure it was a fish eyeball? I am definitely sure on that one. If somebody can find that clip, let me know what the title of that clip is, where I'm holding that fish eyeball. If you go to my channel and just go to the shorts on the channel, you should see it in the shorts list. Greg David says, I was here the whole time. Who was watching that day whenever I caught that fish eyeball? Who saw that? Who was watching that day? in the chat. If you were watching the day when I caught the eyeball, put eyeball in the chat. Voodoo says, I don't know what it is, but make some rice. Sweet Lady says, catching an eyeball. Minnow Dunker says, I'm off work. Anything today? Oh my goodness, Minnow Dunkers, you missed it. You missed something good. The payout. Chef Boy has already took the entire payout. He took the entire pot. He said, I'm not leaving anything from anybody. Clint Perry says, okay, he saw it. Greg said he saw it. Bill Meek says, I was watching. And there were a lot of eyeball jokes. And at the time, I didn't really think it was funny because it was I kind of felt like Sweet Lady. It was kind of gruesome. I was like, what is this? I've never had anything like that happen before. So I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to be reeling in an eyeball. Mike Gray says, some poor fish now has 20-0 vision. Oh, no, not 20-0. Oh, man, but you are correct. There is a fish out there with 20-0 vision right now. Minnow Duncan says, was it a walleye? Oh, man. Oh, man, it wasn't a walleye. It was a spotted bass. But that was a good one. Was it a walleye? Alexandra says, short. It says, okay, there we go. If you search gross horrific fail while fishing, just search MoneyBass gross horrific fail, then you should be able to see it. Let me know if anybody does a quick search and you're able to find that video and if you see it. We have Eagle 11 says, have you been catching anything? Yeah, we've been catching a good time out here. We just had the Bass for Cash weigh-in for the fish that was caught, and Chef Boy took the entire pot. Guess the exact weight that 1.71 pound fish paid out. A total of $40, quick and easy. All he had to do was be a subscriber. And he actually happened to be a new member of the channel. Came in, guessed the weight of that fish, and has already received the money. The money has already been paid out. Mike Gray says that bass has one less spot now. Sweet Lady says, you just saw the eyeball? Yes, I reeled it in. If you go back, so just search MoneyBass gross horrific fail, and you should see that video come right up. All right, shout out to Dave. We have Dave on the line. So you said you're out on the lake too?
Yes, I'm out on the lake right now.
And are you catching anything?
No.
You said no. No question about it. Not catching anything. So what's going?
For a couple hours and trying to drag a little worm and some jigs and stuff, but I haven't been able to capitalize on anything really.
Man, so what do you think's going on? Why is it so tough? I got one to the boat so far. I think I've been out here for a little under 2 hours.
Trying pressure, man. Every ditch I go into, there's a boat hanging out, man. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. So you're fishing ditches?
I tried ditches when I first got out here, and I see fish on my live, but I wasn't, no takers. So then I started fishing points and rock.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to get anything really.
Yeah, I caught mine on a jerk bait.
Jerk bait? Oh man.
Yep. They came. Yep, I saw them suspended. I showed it to them on the graph. I said, "There's the fish right there." I cast. They came over to it, and I was surprised. One of them went ahead and grabbed it.
I've been throwing a little bit of a spoon around to see if I can get that going, because usually I have pretty good luck with a spoon this time of year. But again, no takers. I don't know. I guess it might be the pressure, or maybe there's just not that much wind today. You know.
Yeah.
Usually when it's windy and it's cold, it's pretty good. But
yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I know everybody's hitting ditches right now, but you know, I'm a little stubborn. I always stay trying to do something different. I'm gonna go out to some deeper water, like 30, 40 feet, 50 feet, and go out and drop see if I can get them with a drop shot, because I know they're, for the most part, the ones that I've been finding, they're stuck on the bottom. So I've just been throwing a shaky head most of the time.
Yeah, that's what I started throwing here too, man, just to see. Maybe even something. I just want to bite something little, but nothing.
Right.
But yeah, everybody's in ditches right now, and I don't know if they're throwing spoons or if they're just throwing a minnow at them or what. But
yeah, you got to break out the binoculars.
Yeah. I don't know what people are throwing in those ditches, but it's hard to find a ditch without a boat in it right now.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Usually when that is, it's one of the fishing report guys probably said they're in ditches, you know.
Right. That's exactly it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, how long are you gonna stay out here for?
Shoot, I'll probably stay out here for about another hour and a half, something like that.
All right. Yeah, me too. I'm probably gonna be out here till like 5:30. So.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll let you know if I catch something. Just let me.
Something out. Let me know. Throw me a lifeline. That's why I called you.
All right, that'll work. All right, later. All right, there we go, peoples. Have a fellow fisherman checking in. They saying it's tough out here, guys. They're saying it's tough. All right, let's see. All right, Crockett. Crockett says, I saw the eyeball video. So you were able to find it, Crockett? You were able to find the eyeball video by just searching MoneyBass gross horrific fail? Is that how you found it? Sweet lady says, well, that was the right size. All right. So yeah, guys, we're still out here easing around. Shout out to Chef Boy, came in and took everybody's money. He says, oh yeah, it's mine. Show me the money. Crocker says, I saw the eyeball in your hand. That is correct. I held it in my hand and threw it in the water. Sweet lady says he played with it. So did you see it? Did you find the video too? Leon says, did you keep the eye? I did not keep the eye. Actually, that kind of messed up my day of fishing because I was kind of feeling bad. I was like, oh man, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing. That's the first time that had ever happened to me. Sweet lady says, not yet. I don't think I want to. Yeah, it messed up the rest of the day for fishing for me. I was a little off. I don't even know if I caught anything else after that. We have Nuclear Potential checking in. Says, any fish yet? We have. We just finished doing the first round of Bass for Cash. But that first round may be the last round for today because your partner Chef Boy came in and took the entire pot. Chef Boy is a new member of the MoneyTeam. Also came in, put that correct weight in there, and walked away with the full $40 payout. The weight of that fish was 1.71 pounds, and that's all it took. I told you guys, don't really have to come out here and catch biggins. I just need to get a 14-incher or better to the boat. That's about it. So we just come out here and have some fun, laid back and relaxed, enjoying the scenery. Check it out, guys. You see that nice view, that nice scenery? Oh, I told you guys I would give you a boat tour. Let me do that real quick. Let's go ahead and make a cast out here, though, while we're doing that. All right, so I am running a Nitro Z20. There we go. You guys see it right there, Nitro Z20. All right, and up front, I'm running a Humminbird. Generally, I have a 12-inch helix right here, but I just took that off. If you guys were watching earlier, you see it sitting right down there in the seat. And I'm not sure, it may have been because of the battery power was low, but actually I can bring it back up here now. But I'm running a 10 right here, another 10. This is a Gen 2. This is a Gen 3. That 12 that I just showed you is a Gen 4. All right, up front, I'm running over here this pole that you see. That is a Mega 360. That Mega 360, let me show you what that looks like on the screen. Actually, oh, it's not going to come on because I moved my units around. But that right there is my Mega 360. My Mega Live is attached to this trolling motor. This is a 36-volt Ultrex trolling motor. All right, now coming to the back. On the back of the boat, I'm running a Mercury 4-stroke, 250 horsepower Mercury Pro XX motor, and I have 2 Minn Kota Talons. These Talons back here, those are shallow water anchors. What they do, let me just get this line from around up here. What those anchors do is they shoot a spike straight down into the lake and they hold the boat in place. I thought I might have had a bite. All right, and that is pretty much it, guys. So that is the lay of the land. At the console, I have a 9-inch graph right here. That's a helix unit. Over here, I run a 10. So that 10 that you see sitting right here is normally right there, but I just took it off. And I keep this 12-inch unit that is sitting in the seat up front. But I swapped them out whenever the batteries were getting low because I was thinking something was going on with the unit. But more than likely, it was just the battery. All right, let's go ahead and pack up and roll to another area real quick. I want to see if I can get some fish to bite in some deeper water on a drop shot. Actually, we're sitting right on top of some fish right now that I can try that with. All right, let me just show you guys on the screen right here. So there's some fish right here suspended. We're in 26 feet of water. So I'm going to drop this drop shot straight down and see if one of those fish will bite it. Let's see. The bait just went down and I did not see the fish follow it at all. Nope. There's my bait moving up and down. Not seeing any fish coming out of there. All right, so we're gonna keep on moving. Just that quick and easy. All right, we're gonna keep on moving, guys. Jason says, there you go, drop shot for the win. Leon says, I have high hopes for the next fish. But Leon, talk to your partner, Chef Boy. What do you guys think about Chef Boy coming in and taking all of the funds? He depleted the payout. So what we do is we pay the, so we have a certain amount of money in the pot and we pay that out in increments. But if a member of the channel, a member of the money team wins, they get to take the entire pot. So Chef Boy took the entire pot. So right now the pot is empty. So what we do in these situations is we still will catch the fish. I'll show you the fish. We weigh the fish and everything. But unless another sponsor steps in and puts and replenishes that pot, it is done. It is done. Sweet lady says, you took my money. DL Pink Fishing says, Chef Boy took my Mega Live 2 money. All right, back at it again. Let's see, Sweet Lady says, you don't know what I have set You're through. Uh-oh. 3 hours turned into 6. All right, we'll see if we can get another one to the boat. So the jerk bite was happening. The jerk bite was working, jerk bait. So you may have to try it again, but I've been wanting to catch something with this Nico rig. So we're gonna throw that around a little bit too. Let's get my mapping back up. All right, we're gonna see, guys. Shout out to Karen. She says, let's go. Leon says, what's your PB? So my personal best spotted bass is 5 pounds, 11 ounces. It was a good one. It was a big one. And I got that on video. And my biggest largemouth is a 8.56 pound largemouth caught on Lake Chickamauga. And I got that on video too. All right, Voodoo says, get another one. All right, we're gonna make it happen. Let's go ahead and get another one to the boat. All right, so does anybody else have any big plans? I know someone earlier said, C219 Troll said they're fishing. Oh, no. No, I just missed it, guys. I just missed it. Oh my goodness, guys. So let's see why I missed it. So this hook that I'm using, the hookup ratio, I don't think it's too good on it. You see that hook right there? And it has that weed guard on there. So it's gonna take something kind of special to set that hook. But let's see, I'm gonna try it again. And that's why a lot of times when I come out, I will practice with gear, with certain gear, just to see if things like that happen, then I do not use it. Junior Martinez says missdation instead of bendation. Oh my goodness, and it was 2 good hits too. So that would have been a nice one right there, guys. But yeah, so I test stuff out like that when I'm out here, so I'll know not to use it during a tournament situation. And that right there is enough to make me feel like changing that hook out right now, because that was definitely a good hit. Junior says they got to hit that hook hard and you got to react immediately. Clint Perry says cut the center of the weed guard off and try the 2 arms. That might work. I might try that. Let's see. Kevin says I've missed so many catches with those. Okay. Yeah, so I got these because at the time when I bought them, I was throwing them into like straight laydowns and stuff like that. And I used these on practice days. So just think, if that was a practice day, it wouldn't have really, well, today's not tournament day anyway. But there we go. So yeah, that might work. So if I unclip that, and what you're saying is to go ahead and just cut this right in the middle. Just cut those 2 barbs off, and I think that will work. So let's go ahead and try that. So I'm gonna cut those 2 off. There we go. So that might work. That just might work. Let's see. We'll try it and see, because yeah, it's still, the weed guard on it's still pretty good. So we'll try it and see. But let's go ahead and add a little something to this since I have it in. Add a little smell good on it. Sweet lady says, I caught a black tip tuna. Did you eat it? What did you do with it? Clint says, Clint. Oh, goodness. Who is going to be the first one? I'm just looking to see, because I know somebody has something to say. Sweet lady said, I went on a 35-hour charter. Voodoo says, yeah, where I fish, never know what you're going to catch. Bass, redfish, Leon. Clint said, hey, I'm serious. What's so funny about that? Uh-oh, did we hit 100 likes? Did we hit 100 likes? Grove Wood said, you didn't forget the fish whistle, did you? Man, we missed the tappy tap. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. I reeled it in and got hung up. All right. Let's see. Man, that sun just disappeared. You guys see the clouds up there? As soon as the sun covered those, as soon as the clouds covered that sun, the temps dropped immediately. They immediately dropped. We have Josh Allen checking in. What's going on? Good to see you back in the chat. Says, what's going on, MoneyBass? Grove says, looks like I'm fishing Kentucky Lake. Says, what are we fishing for? I just joined the chat. We're out here fishing for some spotted bass today. We were doing this thing we call Bass for Cash, but your partner, Chef Boy, came in here and guessed the exact weight of that fish and has already took the full payout. Shout out to the money team. The members of the channel, if they guess the exact weight, they actually take the entire pot. And that's what happened. Chef Boy came in and guessed the weight of that fish and took the entire pot. Oliver says, gotta go. See you later. All right, Oliver, we'll see you on the next one. Remember, I'm out here every week. Not in the rain. If it's cold, I still ease on out here a little bit. Steven says, what is the approximate air tip? It felt like it was around the 50s, but now it could be in the high 40s, something like that is what I'm guessing. Once that sun dropped. The water temp is 55 where I'm currently at. We have Russia back in the chat. We have Indonesia. Where else do we have checking in? We had Indonesia was in here a little earlier. Who else was in the chat? Do you guys remember? Can somebody check the sub count? Let's see. Did we hit 14,000 subscribers today? Did we hit the 14,000 sub mark? Because we've been growing fast. We've been having a lot of members of the money team checking in. People have been tuning in. So Alexander says yes. Voodoo, what does Voodoo say? You can say I'm in a different country, Louisiana. All right, so you out there hanging out with Chicken Hawk and his people. All right, Kevin the Fish Kid said there was a guy from Hawaii. That's right, Hawaii was in. Derek says, I'm just tuning in. Well, Derek, you missed it today. The pot has, Chef Boy came and took the entire pot. All right, Grove says, yeah, you at 14K. Oh, my goodness, guys. We hit 14K today. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. Got to give a big shout out to Sweet Lady. Hit me with the 1999 super chat. And also the Spot Remover. They are the co-sponsors for today's live stream. Really, really appreciate the strong support. Leon says, congratulations on 14K subs. Really, really appreciate that. Grove Wood says, 14K is a strong man. All right, yeah, we're out here making some things happen. Shout out to Kevin Two Fishes. I knew that was you. Did you change your name? Why doesn't it say Two Fishes anymore? Steven says, I'm about to go hit a local spot here in VA. Been catching them pretty good on an underspin. Okay. With an Arkansas shad split tail. All right. So you're out there. You figured it out. You're making some things happen. Yep. Kevin the Fish Kid. Kevin Two Fishes has been here for a while, but it looked like he had changed his name. I remember Mr. Two Fishes always being in the chat. Leon says, time for a celebratory fish. All right, let's see if we can make that happen. So I'm not seeing any suspended fish or anything out here. Man, those days when we were coming out here, guys, and that top water hit was on, oh my goodness. It was amazing. Alexandra says, today's current live stream sponsor is the Spot Remover and Sweet Lady. Is that the real name, Alexandra? With honorable mention to Clint Perry and Bass Hunter for donating the memberships. Really appreciate that. All right, Steven says, all suspend. We all know the Bluebird winter days. Sir You says, hit those ditches. Sir You knows the deal. Everybody else is out there in those ditches. Why aren't you doing it, MoneyBass? Sweet Lady says, you need to change your name to Eyeball Bass. Did you go and watch the clip? Did you finally go and watch that clip? Okay, looks like we may have found some more fish out here, guys. See if we can get them to bite. Kevin Two Fishes, there it goes. You changed your name back, huh? Says, I need a donated membership. Grove says, if you, let's see, if you catch a fish in the next 5 casts, my farm would donate cash to the pot. Oh my goodness, 5 casts? I only get 5 casts? All right, Grove says, anything up to $100 at least. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, let's see. Jason Bryant says, which lake you on? I am fixing to pull up my Navionics. I'm out here on Lake Lanier. D Nice says, we ice fishing already in Minnesota. All right, so let's see. Grovewood Farms, you said I have 5 casts. So does this cast that I just did, does that count, or can I start after this cast? Junior Martinez says 5 casts is not enough. He's putting the pressure on me, but I'll take the challenge. But I want to know, does this cast count? Oh man, he said yes, sir. 4 more casts. All right, guys, we're gonna see if we can do it. Well, I got 4. We have 4 casts. Now I'm taking one for the team. Shout out for the money team. All right, so the challenge is I have 4 casts. I have 4 casts to catch a fish. You guys see that? Everybody saw it. All right, Grovewood Farms, we're going to see if I can make it happen. I have 4 casts, guys. In the chat, who thinks I can do it? Who thinks I can catch a fish in 4 casts? Sweet Lady says he does not stick to the rules. Grovewood Farm says move around or do what you gotta do. Oh yeah, we're moving. We're gonna make it. We're gonna see if we can make it happen. Voodoo says Chicken Hawk. Is that you? we have an impersonator. Is that really Chicken Hawk trying to do that? Leon says you can do it. All right. Double OG says, hey, I believe in you. Yeah, D Nice. We already did Bass for Cash. I'm trying to see if I can get some more cash in that pot for you guys. D Nice says you can catch a sunfish. All right, we're moving, guys. Crockett says you never learn. All right, all right. All right, we have 4 casts, guys. Four casts. Now, this is a new one. This is the first time I've had this challenge. So look, what I'm gonna do, let's go ahead and swap these units back. All right, we're gonna move this unit and put this one back where it's supposed to be. All right, so we have that unit back where it's supposed to be. And now let's put this 12 back up here. I think the issue I was having earlier was because I didn't swap the, change out the batteries. So we're out here, we're gonna fish this point, guys. We have 4 casts. We have 4 casts to make it happen. Let's move this in just a little bit. We have 4 casts to make it happen. Some thinks I can do it. Some thinks that I can't. But we're about to find out. Shout out to Clint Perry, just gifted another membership to the channel. And that membership went to Tommy Kendall. Shout out to Tommy Kendall. All right, good deal. All right, let's go ahead and hit the spotlight, guys. And you guys know what we're gonna put to work. When it's time to catch a fish, any fish. All right, so we're gonna see if we can build up that Bass for Cash pot for you guys. All right, so let's see. I think we need to go straight to the crawfish today. So let's go ahead and put some crawfish stank on it. Make sure we have the hook set up right because we don't have time for any mistakes. We gotta play. We only have 4 casts. 4 casts, guys. Can you believe it? Grove Farms is putting the pressure on me. 4 casts? Who does that type of challenge to somebody? So we're gonna see. Grovewood Farm says he done bought out the stank. Oh yeah, I had to put the stank on it for Grovewood Farms. I had to put the stank on it. All right, so let's see. We're on the hunt. We're hunting, guys. Junior Martinez says, you in trouble with that stank. Oh, man. Karen says, crawfish, not the crawfish. Junior Martinez says, off early on a Friday, MoneyBass. Let me get along for a few casts. All right, you want to come out here and get you a few casts in. Shout out to Tommy Kendall. Yeah, make sure you guys welcome the new member of the Money Team. All right, guys, we have 4 casts. Who does that to people? Who does that? Grovewood Farm says, I do that. I limit people to 4 casts. All right, Leon says, be smart with your... Guys, this is so funny. Oh, man, I got 4. Leon says, be smart with your cast. D-Night says, reel in slow. Grovewood says, I think he's being smart. He done drove across the lake and brought out the stanky leg. That's right. I have to do it for my peoples. Oh, my goodness, guys. Man, let's see. Look, let me show you guys something. You see this right here? Now, those are some suspended fish right there. Should I use one of my casts to try to catch those fish? Those suspended fish with Cyclops? I'm going to try it, guys. I'll use one of my casts with Cyclops and see what happens. I don't know if I should have did that. Oh, my goodness. Guys, check them out. You see all those fish? But they're not reacting to the jerk bait. Oh, my goodness. Look at all of them. All of those fish. And they're not reacting to that jerk bait, guys. They got us, guys. They got us when one of the casts, that jerk bait, went through all of those fish and they didn't react to it. Oh, no. Grove said that live scout came out quick. Yes, sir, it sure did. All right, so that was one cast. Man, look at all of them. Do you see all those fish? They're diving down now, guys. If I had more than 4 casts, I would go ahead and try to hit them in the head with it again. But I think I see a better opportunity. All right, so here we go, guys. There's a suspended fish right there. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but that is a fish. Those are some fish down there on the bottom. Those fish are sitting in 15 feet of water. Prime candidates to get hit in the head with the shaky head. And I have that stank on it. Grovewood said, try again. Junior Martinez says, they eating at the bottom. They eating at the bottom, MoneyBass. Voodoo says, or Nico. Yeah, that Nico might be an option. But remember that Nico has that hook on there that I haven't really tested out enough to feel confident with it. Grovewood says, this done got intense. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's intense. You guys see, you got to be precise. Voodoo says, sitting up in my chair. Leon says, try a Texas rig. Sweet Lady says, how cold is it? The water temp is 53.3 right now. The air temp feels like it may be around 50 something like that. Can somebody check the Lake Lanier the air temp at Lake Lanier, Georgia? Crockett says, should have gave him 5 fresh casts to be fair. Jeez. That's what I was saying. I was like, I should get at least 5 full casts. I had already made a bad cast. That first cast was crooked, and it wasn't where I would have casted at. All right, Grovewood says, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know why I do this to myself. Oh, yeah, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen, guys. I see the fish out there moving around. They're moving. Junior Martinez says, do you have an offset hook? Maybe you can rig it weedless, Nico. Come on, buddy. What cast number is this, guys? Crockett says it's 55 degrees, Google, but I think it's chillier. Yeah, it might be just a little cooler than 55. All right, guys. So how many casts do I have? That was cast number 3. I only have 2 more casts left. Oh, man. All right, guys. This is the break says, what's that whale look like? Well, it looked like a $40 bill because that's how much Chef Boy took. He took $40 from everybody. He emptied out the payout basket today. All right, guys. All right, is that cast number 4? This is the break says, damn, for real, congrats. Oh yeah, Chef Boy took that money. Is Chef Boy still in the chat, or did Chef Boy take that money and run? Is Chef Boy already gone? Grove Wood says he gonna use that last cast to troll around the lake all evening. Oh man, so what cast number is this, guys? Sweet lady said we should have bet on the cast. Leon said this is cast number 4. Junior Martinez says he's spending that money already. He said we only have 1 cast left, everybody. 1 cast left after this. Oh my goodness. And those fish were just jumping out there. A nice fish just jumped. I don't know if you guys can see the waves that it just made right there. There was a fish just jumped right there. But it may take more than 1 cast to be able to get those fish over there. Leon says, is there a consolation for no fish caught? Well, we already got the pot has already been paid out. Oh, man. It's tough, guys. It's tough. I'm focused. All right, guys. We got to extend the cast a little bit. Check it out. We're moving. But look, I'm not dragging the bait. I'm letting the line out so we can get the cast a little bit longer. All right, let's spot lock. All right, we're spot locked. I had to change positions. I wanted to come get it the rest of the way in from a different angle. Grove Wood says, reel that thing in. This is the break says, if no one caught, add it to the next fish day. That would be wild and exciting. So that is the way that we've been doing it. So if nobody guesses the weight of the fish, then that money rolls over to the next day. And so today, someone did guess the weight, and the full payout has already been taken for today. Clint Perry says that was a safe bet. Grove Wood says weight of what fish? So we already the payout for Bass for Cash, somebody won it earlier. Maybe you weren't here for that, Grove Woods. Were you here when Chef Boy won earlier today? It's only been what? How long ago do you guys think that was? About an hour and a half, hour ago, something like that, maybe? Probably not even that long. This is the break says, oh, I missed all that. Did you throw this bass back yet? Yes, sir. We already put that fish back in everything. Sweet lady says it's raining over there. Leon says, yeah, give or take about an hour. Man, guys. All right. So we have one more cast. Grovewood says, nah, I wasn't. But I found out best way to get the coordinates of someone's honey hole is to tell them five casts for cash. It might work. It might work, but all right, guys. Let's go ahead and get relined up. We have one more cast left. So what I'm going to do is change positions for this last cast. Grove said last cast is down to the wire. We have one cast left, guys. All right, let me show you guys what we're going to target. So look at that. So there's a fish swimming right there, and there's some cover out here that those fish are relating to. So we're going to throw past that cover. And look, there's fish suspended too. So there's fish suspended out there. And see, I would throw that jerk bait. But the thing is, with that jerk bait, is if they don't hit it, then it's all done. So since we have one cast, I need to make about an 85-foot cast, guys, right past all that cover where those fish are at. Bobby says, hit them with an underspin. Yeah, I would throw a moving bait. But the problem is that right now, they do a lot of following. And since we only have one, Grovewood said, come on, man, throw it. You're talking too much. Hey, we got to take our time with it. We only have one cast left. So we're going to make this cast about 85 feet. All right, here we go, guys. Last cast. And now we're going to pull off of it some. And then we're going to fish this one back, guys. Bobby Smith says, you can drag a jig. I could. But right now, I don't know if Bobby, do you know what is happening right now? Can somebody tell Bobby the details of the challenge that we're doing right now, what this one last cast will mean if I get this fish on this cast? What does it mean? Go ahead and let him know, Grove Woods. He says, wine it, dine it, 69 it to do what you got to do to get the money. Oh, goodness. So, Bobby, there is a bet on the table. Well, I don't even know if it's a bet, but basically, I had 5 casts to get a fish to the boat. And if I get a fish to the boat within these 5 casts, then some funds are going to be put back into the Bass for Cash that you guys will be able to guess for. A challenge, if you will. That is correct. All right, guys. It's intensifying. It is tense. Jason says need to hit him with the good old Colorado blade. Man, I just need that tappy tap, guys. That's all we need. All right, I can feel it hitting that cover and structure now, guys. Bobby says, but I can't get in it now. Yep, Chef Boy has already taken today's payout, guys. Come on, fish. We just need you to cooperate. Sweet Lady says, do you do any saltwater fishing? I haven't done any saltwater fishing in a few years. But we used to go down and get on I think they call it a party boat, where maybe like 30 or 40 people on one big boat. And you go out there, catch like sea bass and red snapper, all those kind of fish like that. Oh man, guys, it feels like I may have already went past where those fish were at and did not even get a tap. Jason says, I sent you a hotspot in the chat. Just don't tell no one. What is a hotspot? This is the break says, I'll come across that grass with all that black plastic worm and bam. So yeah, I don't have any grass out here. Look, guys, we're fishing this all the way back to the boat. Leon says, challenge failed. Oh no, not the failure. Not the failed challenge. Yeah, this one was a tough one, guys. All right. Shout out to the Gulf. Stephen Dorsey says, sorry I missed you, Money Bass, today, but got to add a like to support you. Really, really appreciate that. Oh, yeah, and your partner, Chef Boy, another new member of the Money Team. All right, so there we go. That was the 5 cash, guys. So that challenge is dead. It was a tough one. I knew that one was going to be tough anyways. But let's see. Who knows? Might catch one now. Grove Woods says, let me see. Jason says, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. Grove Woods says, that was interesting to see your strategy. I'll be lurking around to drop another challenge. Yeah, I had to slow it down and you know, I had to slow it down and change it up for my peoples. Yeah, the temps are starting to drop now, guys. The sun is back behind those clouds. Man, look at that knot right there. Let's see if I can get this thing out. But we've been having a good time out here today. We've had some fun. Somebody did win the Friday cash payout. Is Chef Boy still in the chat? Chef Boy took that money and left. Chef Boy confirmed that he got that money. He was like, I am out. Who thinks I can get this knot loose? Did you guys see that knot? Who thinks I can get this knot loose? That's right. Chef Boy took the money and ran. He was like, I am out. I wonder, did Chef Boy get a gifted membership too? All right, there we go. Look at that. Got the knot out. But yeah, did Chef Boy get a gifted membership? I wonder if Chef Boy got a gifted membership. But wouldn't that be something? If Chef Boy came in, became a member of the Money Team through a gifted membership, took that membership, and then won the Bass for Cash payout off of a gifted membership. Junior Martinez says, yeah, that was a weak challenge, though. Yeah, that was a tough one. Bill Meek says, Chef Boy is making dinner reservations. Yeah, Chef Boy was like, hey, I got that money, and I am gone. All right, Grove got me slowing down everything. Now, let's go back up here. Actually, let's see. See if those other fish are still out there. Oliver says, any new fish? No, we do not have any new fish. So once that money was taken out of the pot, I had another challenge that kind of pulled me away from what I was doing before to try to make it happen for you, but didn't get that fish to the boat either. But no new fish. Jason says, this is why I hate watching someone else fish. I talk too much. Leon says, I bet you Chef Boy is halfway to Disney World. He did say he was going to Disney World, didn't he? Junior Martinez says, how much longer will you be fishing, Money? Till 5 p.m.? I am not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Voodoo says, I'm learning how to use Mega Live. Okay. Do you have Mega Live? You already have it, or are you saying you're watching from me using it? All right, good deal, good deal. So I'll show you one of the little tips is once you get it installed, let me just drop the range down some. So I have it at 55, but let's go down to, there we go, about. But what you want to look for is you can see fish that are moving around down here. There'll be a little bit of separation, but once you get an eye for it, you'll be able to notice it a little bit easier. Leon says, here's a good question. How long do you fish for before you start to get hungry? It really just depends. I don't really eat a lot anyways, but all I need is a snack and that'll keep me going for a while. So yeah, right now I'm fishing for fish that are hugging the bottom. Junior Martinez says, I'll hit you with a good challenge the next time I'm on. All right, good deal, good deal. So we'll see what the weather is like for next week, guys. But, you know, I try to get out here a few times each week so we can do this thing we call Bass for Cash, have some fun with it. I'm supposed to be fishing a tournament on Tuesday, but it looks like the forecast is calling for rain. I know it's already going to be cold, and it's not like it's a big tournament or anything like that. And I don't really tournament fish as much as I used to anymore anyways, but if I'm going to fish that tournament, I probably need to get out here and fish a little bit more. All right, now let me show you guys what I'm targeting right here. So look at that fish right there. Can you guys see that? It's about 50 feet out there. We're going to throw it right past that fish. Let's see if we see where my bait hits at. So there's my bait. It hit right there at about 70 feet. And I'm going to pull it right through there. So there's my bait, just hit the bottom out there. Shout out to Junior Martinez. Says, have a good weekend, everybody. Glad you could check in and hang out with us for a while. Leon says, man, I wish I was out fishing right now. Yeah, it's starting to get a little chilly now that the sun has gone down too. Jason says, what's the word on Mega 2? Mega Live 2. I have Garmin, forward-facing sonar and 360 on the front and cockpit Humminbirds. I like both mapping on Garmin and Humminbird. They are my go-tos. All right, good deal. So yeah, right now that is the talk of the town, whether people are going to start getting rid of these Helix units. And man, I'm tired of spending money. I'm tired of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I pretty much know I'm not going to be out here spending a few $1,000s on it. All right, Down Range Hunting says, what's up? How you doing? Doing all right. How you doing today? Chef Boy says, we in here. Oh, Chef Boy is back. Chef Boy, everybody's been wondering what happened. They were like, Chef Boy got that money and took off. Downrange Honey says, can you shout out my channel? Shout out to Downrange Honey. What are you hunting downrange? Austin, shout out to the new members of the channel, guys. Says 3 feet of snow here, 6 inches of ice too. Oh my goodness. The snow and the ice. All right, let's try one of these other things that I was wanting to work on. We're gonna just throw a little swim bait out there. Let it sink all the way to the bottom and just kind of reel it in real slow. It says deer hunt. Let me see. I deer hunt and fish for bass. All right, good deal. Good deal. Chef Boy says lunch break. I told y'all I was in the middle of ordering some food when I won. All right. Austin says, oh man, come on guys. I got hung up. Oh, there we go. I got out. All right, good deal. Got to reel it a little bit faster. Just got to get used to the right cadence. Yeah, we thought you were already gone spending all that loot that you won, Chef Boy. But like Chef Boy said, I'm out. Austin says, going for a big pike and walleye. Fish fry Sunday night, and then back to town and right to work on Monday. What's going on, Missy Marie? Tuning back in, says, what's biting? What's biting is Chef Boy. Chef Boy came in and won the full payout today, so he took all the money from everybody and then went and got something to eat. Everybody was like, where did Chef Boy go? Chef Boy said, I told y'all I was out. Going to get me some good food. All right, so we got Sweet Lady back in the chat. Says, what did I miss? Well, I don't know if you were on, but the 5 cast challenge did not go as planned. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Clint Perry. Clint Perry stepped in and hit me with the $20 super chat. He says, buy some dice on me. I'll have to go ahead and get those dice, Clint, because you've asked me about that a few times. And, you know, that might just be the ticket, especially when things start cooling off out here. Maybe I do need something a little different. But, yeah, what kind of dice? Put what kind of dice baits you're talking about in there. But shout out to Clint Perry. If everybody could, put CP in the chat. Anytime somebody goes out of their way like this to support the channel, I definitely cannot let it go unnoticed. Everybody put CP in the chat. Hit the channel with the $20 super chat. Really, really appreciate that, sir. All right, and for those of you that don't know, that may not tournament fish, one of the things that I do when I come out here is I'll come out, I'll try to play around with a few different techniques and things like that first, for maybe like the first hour, depending on what I have planned for the day. And then I will come out and I will try new things. Like, oh, wait a minute, what just happened? Did I miss something? Shout out to Austin, hit me with the $13.99, says go buy yourself a jigging wrap and use it the next time live. A jigging wrap. Shout out to Austin. If everybody could put Austin in the chat. Oh my goodness, guys. We've had an interesting day today. Really appreciate the support of the channel, peoples. We are making some things happen today. A jigging wrap. Crocker says, click his pic and where you subbed, it's a bell there, says notification. All right, I guess somebody was asking how to subscribe. Oh, but what I was telling you guys, shout out to Austin and Clint Perry, is this is what I'm working with today. So I'm wanting to start catching some fish on some different types of techniques. So that's what I'm doing, like in between time and in the meantime, I'll come out here and throw a few different baits. You guys saw me doing that a little earlier whenever I first started out today. Then I took a break because I was like, let's go ahead and get a fish to the boat to see if anybody wants to win any of this cash for a bass. And somebody did. Chef Boy said, I'll take that cash. Chef Boy said, I'll take all of the cash. But yeah, I wanted to get back to just fishing this and just seeing how I can let it bounce off of the... All right, there we go, guys. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. The drag is a little too tight. We got it, guys, got it. Do you see the bendation? Oh my goodness, guys. We got him right in that mouthpiece with the new bait. I was like, let me get out here and try some new techniques. And guess what it is, guys? Do you know what it is? It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh my goodness, guys. It's pulling a little drag. But you know something? I can't tell how big it is because I have this on 8-pound line. I hope it doesn't come up and jump on me. I hope it doesn't come up and jump. But do you see that? Anybody new to the channel? That right there is what we call bendation. The bendation is real. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can I get him to the boat? Can I get him to the boat? Oh. Oh my goodness, guys. What is it doing? It feels like it's, you know what, guys? Is it a catfish? Don't tell me it's a catfish because it's fighting a little funny. What is it doing, guys? Is it fighting funny? Oh my goodness. What is it? What is this? Oh my goodness. Crockett says, it's a good one, he said. It's a something. But guys, you know something? I can feel the head shakes. The head shakes and the weight of this does not feel like a bass. Voodoo says, oh yeah, it looks like a cat. It looks like he's gonna slime up your line. It's fighting like a catfish, guys. This thing is not giving up easy. Eli says, reel the fish in. I don't want to reel him too much. I need to tire this thing out because whatever it is, which I'm pretty sure this is a catfish, guys. If it's not a catfish, it is a real big spotted bass, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a catfish. Oh my goodness, it is not a catfish. It is not a catfish. Oh my God, I almost fell in the water, guys. It's not a catfish. We got to get this fish to the boat. Oh my goodness. I got the net. I got the net. I shouldn't have been playing around with him. I shouldn't have been playing around with him. This is a good one, guys. It's a good one. It's a good one. I tired him out. It's a good one. It's a good one. Can you guys see it? Come around here. Oh my goodness, there it goes. Oh my God. Do you guys see what I just did? Where's Grove Outdoors at? I mean, Grove Farms. Look at that right there. It's a good one. It's a big one. Oh my God. Do you see that? Do you see that? Man, and guess what? There is no cash in the pot for cash for bass. But your partner Money Bass came out gold. Look at the stomach on that thing. Does anybody know what girthification is? Look at the girth. Steve said, look at the shoulders. Look at the shoulders on that. Let me hold it with 2 hands right now because I know it's about to try to flap, but look at the stomach. Look at the stomach on that. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Double OG said that's a 356. Voodoo said that's a 4.32. Oh my goodness, guys. Whew. Wow. Your partner Money Bass was giving up on it. I was like, it's a catfish. It's fighting too big, too hard to be a bass. But I had that 8-pound line on it. Misty Marie says girth matters. Girth matters, but look at her. What's her name? Somebody in the chat. What's her name? What's her name? But wait a second. What does she have to say? Don't talk bad about me, Money Bass. I'm shy. What else got to say? You know what she said? She says my stomach is big, but my waist is slim. She says I'm still sexy. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Oh my goodness. Look at her, guys. Look at her. She says I'm self-conscious about my weight. Oh my goodness. Bertha with the Girtha. Shout out to Rich G. Look at that thing right there. Do you see how much space it takes up in the live well? Look at that. Would you just look at it? Let me show it to you one more time. Would you look at that? Just look at it. She says, I hear you talking about my weight. Yes, I have some girth and my stomach is big. But I'm subconscious about my weight. I'm self-conscious about my weight. Oh my goodness. She's a good one. Do you see what trying a new technique will do for you? I was patient with it, but when I come out here, I want to do new techniques, guys, but sometimes it takes a little longer to get fish to the boat. Now, what did I break? Now, when you see something that just has a piece of something and no longer a full, what did this come from? I broke something. Something out here broke, guys. I don't know what it came from, but something is broke. Oh, my goodness. Voodoo says you fought her good with that 8-pound line. Oh, yeah. I felt that little tappy tap, and you saw the bendation. The bendation is real. That was Girtha. Bertha with the Girtha. Crockett says we already had Big Bertha. We can't use it again. We can't use it again. Sweet Lady says, I remember that bass. Uh-oh, so Sweet Lady, you were on here when we caught that 5-pounder that day, right? All right, what were you guys saying in the chat? I was fighting that fish for so long. The chat was taking off for a good little minute. All right, guys. Hold on just a second, guys. All right. We're going to see if we can do that one more again. I mean, because they're out there. They're out there. So we're going to see if we can do that one more again, guys. So did you guys see what I was doing? I just casted that out there. Did you see that slow roll? And so this is a 3/8 ounce jig head. So what I have to do is get the cadence right. And the right cadence basically means that I have to have that thing bounce it off of the bottom just enough to where it does not get hung up and to where it still stays in contact with the bottom. So this jig head is a little heavier than the ones that I normally throw, but so that time I think I didn't let it go all the way down to the bottom. But let me hop into the chat. Let's see what you guys had to say. Clint Perry says, your grove is up. Oh yeah, that's right. It was past the challenge time, but hey, we had to do what we had to do. Miss Mary says, did you figure it out? Sweet Lady says, I am subscribed but never get notifications. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. I'm just going back into the chat real quick, guys. While I was reeling that fish in, I see Eli said, really, man? You need to fight him. Miss Mary says, the cats always swallow the hooks. So yeah, it was not a catfish. It was not a catfish. All right, let's see. What else are you guys talking about in the chat? Salute. Double OG said, it's a hog. Voodoo and Miss Mary said, it's beautiful. And Clint's Chef Boy said, oh, that's a 4-2. It's a 4-2. Rich G says, it's not a catfish. It's a bass fish. That was right. Jason Bryant says it's a 3.5 spotted bass for the win. DL Peck says, that's a huge spotted bass. Oh, yeah, it was a big one. It was a nice one. That bass is eating good. Shout out to Leon. Sweet Lady says, knots are no good. No, I don't want any knots. Girth matters. Girthification is wild. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bendation leads to girthification. That's what we say around here. Bendation leads to girthification. All right, Crockett says, somebody got to start a pot. Crockett's like, man, that should have been a bass for cash fish. Leon said, her name is Ruth for sure. Rich G said, Bertha with the Girtha. Uh-oh. Voodoo said 34, 24, 36. Oh, man, she fine. She fine, ain't she, Voodoo? 34, 24, 36. Oh, she's a brick. All right. Double OG says big back Girtha. Girtha Bertha is a 10-10. Oh, you guys are funny in the chat. Sweet Lady says, I remember that bass. We already had a big Bertha. Let's see what else we have in here. Hi from Lithuania. We had Ed Venus in the chat. Good to see. We have Lithuania in the chat. I think we've had Lithuania in the chat before. Really appreciate you for tuning in. What kind of fish do you catch out there in Lithuania? All right, Crockett says money is breathing hard. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yeah, I was focused. Austin says, better hope that little piece of plastic ain't from any of your electronics. Just had to get a new shaft kit. Man, and I'm looking. What did that come off of? What did I break? I broke something. And it's a little rubber piece. What could that have come from? Did it come off of a reel? I don't know what that came from, but I'm pretty sure I'll be looking. When I figure it out, I'll be like, oh, man. But yeah, so that's what this came off of something when I stepped down here. Maybe it came off of the net. Because I was playing around with that fish. I was thinking it was a catfish, and I wasn't going to put all that slime in my net. What could that be? I'll figure it out later. I'll just keep it in my pocket for now. Man, let's go ahead and put some. Look at big old. We didn't give the fish a name yet, did we? But look at her. She's a good one. Oh, my goodness. Now, that was fun. It would have been more fun if I would have, if I wasn't thinking it was a catfish. You know how once it's a fish that you're not really trying to catch, it's not really as much fun. If I had fought it like it was a bass the whole time, it would have been a little more fun. But once I saw it was a bass, I was like, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Jason says, Gina, as Ben Milliken would say, oh, yeah, big old Gina. Crockett says, is the money got to be Cash App to start a new pot money? Yeah, I think the way that SWAT Lawn Operations does it, man, that was a nice bite. Oh, man, I got hung up that time. I was a little too anxious. So that's the thing, guys. Whenever you're fishing these new techniques, you got to get that cadence right. So right then, the first time, I think I was reeling it a little too fast. And I wasn't really bumping the bottom like I needed to. And then this time I was reeling it too slow and I ended up getting hung up. So we're gonna ease in here and try to ease right back out so we don't disturb the fish too much. Chef Boy says, do you fish flukes? I do fish flukes, but not often. Not often. Chef Boy says, the fish was about to go silent. Oh my goodness, man, that bite felt so good. Austin says, all right, I have to go eat dinner. Good luck, man. Hope you top Bertha before heading in. Oh yeah, hope I get another one. Yeah, see, now if I get another one on this, you know, I can actually fight it like I have a bass the whole time. I can enjoy the fight a little bit more. Once I thought it was a catfish, I was like, oh man, it's a catfish. Everybody's gonna laugh at me. They're gonna be like, MoneyBass is out here catching catfish. Is he Money Cat or Money Bass? Voodoo says that fish was shaking her head so much like a wife when I buy something. Oh man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today, showing so much strong support for the channel. We had a real good Friday, guys. We had somebody that actually came in and won that Friday payout, so you could go out and have a good time this weekend. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. They do commercial and residential outdoor lawn services, guys, and other outdoor things like pressure washing, stuff like that. So if you know anybody in the surrounding in the metro Atlanta areas, make sure you reach out to them and let them know about SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. We have to support those that support us out here on the lake, on the water, guys. All right, let's see. Sweet Lady says, I'm out. Nice to chat again. Oh, yeah. Look forward to seeing you next time. All right, we'll be back out here again on Monday. As long as it's not raining. I'm not going to come out in the rain anymore, guys. Unless there's some high stakes, then I'll go back. But all right, everybody shout out Sweet Lady. Really appreciate you for tuning in. All right, Crockett says, bruh, Chicken Hawk would have had a field day with you if it had been a catfish. That's right. He definitely would have been talking. Chef Boy said, big up SWAT. I'm going to Disney World. Chef Boy is happy about his win. Man, I got to get that cadence right, guys. I'm seeing some nice structure and stuff down there, but I got to get this cadence right. All right, looks like Jason is headed out too. Shout out to Caden, says, yo, I got my Corrado DC. Okay, you're out there doing it big about an hour ago. Man, fighting that fish on some 8-pound line. All right, so I guess you guys want to weigh that fish, right? You guys want to weigh that fish and see who can guess the weight on it? See if anybody can guess the weight on that fish. Rich says rod specs if you don't mind. So this rod is a 7-1 medium fast. It's a 7-1 medium fast. So I normally throw, this is the same rod that I was using earlier in the, about 2-3 months back when you guys saw me catching all those top water fish. This is one of the rods that I was using. I just changed the bait out and put a little jig head minnow on it. DL Peck Fishing said the bendation is real again. That is right. The bendation was really real. Ed Venus says your biggest fish. My biggest spotted bass is 5 pounds, 11 ounces. My biggest largemouth bass is 8.56 pounds. And my biggest striper, I think, was about 15 pounds. All right, if you guys are ready to weigh the fish, put weigh that fish in the chat. Put weigh it or put yes in the chat if you guys are ready to weigh the fish, or if you want me to keep fishing a little bit longer first. Let me know. What does the chat want? Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Sweet Lady, Clint Perry, and the Spot Remover. Those were the 3 co-sponsors of today's live stream. All of them hit the channel with the $20 super chats, guys. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. Oh, my goodness, guys. I thought I had another one. But it may have just been bouncing off of the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see the way that rod tip is moving. Yeah, it was bouncing off of the bottom, guys. Miss Mary says, way Big Bertha. Venus says it caught a big old pike, a 12 kg pike. I've never caught one of those before. All right, Chef Boy says, weigh that fish. Void says, yes, got home just in time. Oh, man. Void Outdoors may not know what happened. Void Outdoors may not know about what Chef Boy has done. Chef Boy, you still in the chat? Because Void Outdoors says, yes, got home just in time. Chef Boy, tell Void Outdoors what you did. They got here just in time to have a fish weighed, but I don't think they really know what's about to happen. Steven says, what did you catch it on? Had to jump off. All right, so here we go, guys. So this is one of the things that I've been out here working on a little bit today. I just wanted to get the cadence together and stuff like that. So I just have a little regular jig head minnow. That's it, throwing it on 8-pound fluorocarbon, and I just have some Power Pro braided line on here. But the main thing for me is just getting the cadence down, because what you want to do is just kind of have it bouncing off the bottom. You don't want to, if you go too slow, it'll get bogged down and get hung up. If you go too fast, you're keeping it too high in the water column. So what you want it to do is just kind of bounce along the bottom. So once you get the cadence right, you kind of feel it tapping the bottom. Chef Boy says, finally hit the MoneyBass lottery. That is right. Void Outdoors, your partner Chef Boy has already taken the full payout for today. Chef Boy, new subscriber to the channel. Been in the chat for a while, though. Came in, guessed the exact weight of that fish, and took the entire pot. Just snatched it away from everybody. So the pot has started back over, but it's currently at $0. So we'll see how the pot looks next week, guys. All right, let's go ahead and make another cast, and then we'll weigh that fish, guys. Yep, Void Outdoors. We are going to guess the weight of this fish that we currently have in the live well. I'm still having a problem getting the cadence of this down. I definitely want to keep it off of the from getting bogged down on the bottom and getting hung up like that. Let's go back and check out a little bit further back into this cove. All right, so now there we go. So I have it on the bottom now, so I want to just get it off of the bottom a little bit and just kind of, yeah, I can feel the bottom as it's coming across it now. Miss Mary said yes after 10 more, one more cast. All right, let's go ahead and weigh this fish. It's starting to cool down out here. The sun is heading in. So I guess it's about time for me to head in. Yeah, I had a fun day out here today. Like I said, really appreciate everybody for tuning in, getting active in the chat. The participation is what makes it fun out here, guys. Everybody getting active in the chat, sharing each other's experiences, introducing yourselves, letting us know where you're from, all of that good stuff. We have people from Lithuania, India, Indonesia. Where else do we have in the chat today? Does anybody remember where? Hawaii? Have a lot of different places and people tuning into the chat. Oh, Miss Mary, I was supposed to, I already did my one more cast, huh? I wasn't supposed to cast that time. Miss Mary says, you are definitely my favorite fishing channel. I'm glad I found you. Appreciate that, Miss Mary. Appreciate that. I'm glad you found the channel too. We get out here each week and have a great time. Do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Let you guys see a few different fishing techniques. All right, let's see. Let's see, guys. All right, so is everybody in the channel? Has everybody subscribed? Has everybody subscribed today? All right, let's go ahead and turn these live wells off, guys. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see what I can do. I can set a timer because I know Miss Alexandria is gone. So what we'll do is go ahead and set a timer real quick. Let's see. Is it a stopwatch? There we go. Now we'll set a timer, set it for 2 minutes. All right, so we're gonna set the timer for 2 minutes, guys. Let me show you guys the fish. And I'll put this thing on this scale, on this measuring board, but it is not gonna help because she's a biggin. She's a biggin. Do you see her? Do you see the girth? Oh my goodness, she's a beast. She ain't happy at all. But take a look at that. Do you see that? Look at the head on her. All right, let's take a look at the girth. Do you see that? Do you see the girth? If we start her at that 10, she's about 5 inches of girthification. She's like, look at my stomach. Oh yeah, my belly is big. Do you see that right there? She's a big one. She got a big old belly on her. She needs a waist trainer. But she's like, hey, MoneyBass, don't talk about me in front of all these people because I'm kind of self-conscious about my weight. She's a big one. She's a big old fatty. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is, let me just put her on this measuring board real quick. But like I said, she's way bigger than this measuring board. Do you see the measuring board? Look at her mouthpiece. That mouthpiece is up at the front, but her tail goes way past that measuring board. So there you go, guys. what we're gonna Miss Mary says, damn, you mean. She's like, don't talk about me like that, Mr. Money Bass. You embarrassing me in front of all those nice people. All right. All right. So here we go, guys. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set this timer. When I say go, you guys start putting your weights in the chat. You got 2 minutes, all right? All right, there we go. Go. You got 2 minutes. Did it start? Wait a minute, hold on. What did I do wrong? Did I freeze up my phone? Hold on. Hold on a second, guys. All right, 2 minutes. Start. There we go. You have 2 minutes, guys. Go ahead and start putting your guesses in the chat. Let me show it again. The Money Team members, you guys put 2 guesses in the chat. Remember, this is just a preliminary round because shout out to Chef Boy has already taken all the loot. All right, you guys have 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Do you see the girthification? She's a biggin'. Look at the shoulders on her. All right, there we go. You guys have 1.5 minutes left. And then we're going to see what the weight of that fish is. But in the meantime and in between time, your partner Money Bass is going to be up here fishing until this timer goes off. So we're going to keep throwing this swim bait out here for a minute or two. Let's pull off of this a little bit. Ooh-wee, that person fishing is hitting us with the 5-2. Remember, if you are a member of the Money Team, put 2 guesses in the chat. If you are a subscriber, put 1 guess in the chat. That is the way that we do this thing we call Bass for Cash. But right now, remember, guys, the payout is completely gone. So right now, we're just playing for fun. We're just playing for fun. All right. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in, getting active in the chat. You still have some time to put your guesses in the chat. You have about 20 more seconds. 20 more seconds. Voodoo says, yeah, I forgot. I get 2 now. That is right. The members of the channel, if you have that badge next to your name, put 2 guesses in the chat. As soon as this timer goes off, I need somebody to type scales closed. Put scales closed in the chat for me. The timer is now going off. Somebody type scales closed for me. Can somebody do that? Put scales closed in the chat. There we go. Shout out to Voodoo. Hit me with the scales closed. All right. And as we always do, your partner Money Bass has to make one more customary cast. Crusted Animation says, try to get an 8.5 pounder largemouth bass. Oh my goodness, that would be nice. That would be nice, an 8.5 pounder. All right, so I'm going to cast that out there. I'm going to let it fall all the way to the bottom, guys. It does have an open hook on it. So I just have to keep it just off of the bottom once I start reeling it in. But those fish are out there. Dwayne Parker says one more cast, 3 times. Okay, I had my cadence wrong again, guys. Got hung up on the bottom. All right, I messed up the cast. Does that cast count? Does that cast count? The Michigan Outdoorsman, what's going on? Good to see you. Dwayne says, nope, that cast doesn't count. It doesn't count if you get hung up. You can't catch a fish while you're hung up, so nope, it does not count. Miss Mary says, nope, it don't count. Chaos Diver says, nope, it sure doesn't count. A cast can't count when you're hung up like that. You have to redo it. All right, so let's redo that cast, guys. Let's see, where did the love go? Where did all the fish go? I'm out here scanning around with my live imaging. All right, let's make this one more cast way out there. Dwayne says, got a nibbler. Michigan Outdoorsman says, just getting done for the day, ready for the weekend, big bro. All right, yeah, got to get out there and make it happen. Enjoy your weekend, sir. Dennis says, I've caught bigger, wow, in the Niagara River in Buffalo. Not boasting. They love crabs. Okay. All right, you out there doing big things and making it happen. Uh-oh, Miss Mary says, hey, me too. All right, now that cast was just a little crooked, guys. I was trying to cast over that way, but it went over to the side a little bit. So we just need to redo that cast. Now this is one more cast. We're just doing one more cast. So we're gonna reel this in. And then we're gonna weigh that fish, guys. The Michigan Outdoorsman says it's like 19 or so here. Most of everything is frozen except the deeper lakes and flowing rivers here. Oh my goodness. KDR says nice weather. We got 2 feet of snow in the last 48 hours. All right, let's go ahead and weigh this fish. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have back here. All right, and I need you guys to take a look at the chat and let me know what you got. Now, I'm going to take a guess on this one. Now, it looks like a biggin, and I think she looks bigger than what she actually is going to weigh. Man, do I think she's a 4? Man, or do I think she's a 3? She feels like a 4, guys. She feels like a 4. I'm going to go with a 4.12. All right, you see it zeroed out? Let's go ahead and make it official like a referee's whistle. I'm thinking 4.12, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I knew she was gonna trick me. 3.74, 3.74. Did anybody guess 3.74? Oh my goodness, look at her. She's a biggin. She's a big old fatty. Look at that stomach. She's like, oh yeah, I fooled you. I'm a big girl, but I'm still kind of slimmy slim. I'm slim sexy with my 3.74 body and frame. Oh yeah, look at her, guys. 3.74. Did anybody guess 3.74? Anybody? Somebody? Shout out to Fishing for Dollars and the Michigan Outdoorsman. Chef Boy says I was off by 0.09. The Michigan Outdoorsman says that's a heck of a solid fish. A 3-younder. That's right, almost a 4-pounder. But she a 3-younder. Look at her. She's trying to jump out of there. She's like, let me go home, MoneyBass. Let me get out of here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let her go, guys. Bam. There she goes. She's a biggin. But you know what? I need to do something. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, I need to do something, guys. Where did I put the timer at? I need to take a picture of Big Gertha. Big Bertha with the Gertha. All right, here we go, guys. Let me get a quick picture. Because I need to log this thing. There we go. Let's get the timer on. All right, there we go, girl. Let's go ahead and let her go back home. Go tell your partners that you had a good time hanging out with your partner, MoneyBass. There she goes. Voodoo said a hog Sally, a slaunch donkey. Miss Mary says, bye, Bertha. Bye, Gertha. All right. All right, what do you guys think? You want to do one more, or do you want to call it a day? It's getting a little late. One more or call it a day? What do you guys think? Uh-oh, I sound like I heard something jumping out there. We have the Vermont veteran checking in. Said, let's go ahead and get one more. We can do it. Let's make it happen. Let's go ahead and get one more. And to get this one more, let's just go ahead and fish down this way with the same bait. I want to get used to throwing a few different things, guys. Hitman says, always time for one more. Man, but it's getting kind of dark out here. It doesn't really look like it on camera. But yeah, it's getting a little dark. Voodoo says one more cast. Rich G says, volunteers to be your next non-boater. Just say the word, my bassing buddy. What's going on, Rich G? Let's get out here and do a little fishing. Willie Purse says, what state is this? We are out here in Lake Lanier in Georgia. Clint Perry says, December 22nd, the days get longer. Fisherman Dollar says, I'm in Missouri. Chef Boy says, it's misting out here. But out here, it's just getting a little chilly. It's cooling down some. Fishing for Dollar says, hope to get to the lake Sunday to try out my new 360 on the Camus. Fishing for Dollars, did you already spend that Bass for Cash money that you won? Miss Mary says, do you always fish there? Not always. If you go on my channel, search MoneyBass Battle of the Anglers Sinclair. And you'll see we were fishing out at Lake Sinclair. We did a live tournament out there just a few weeks ago. But yeah, so we fish. I fished Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and South Carolina. but I will be on this lake the majority of the times. I don't really drive around as much as I used to fishing tournaments because this is a lot more fun. I like getting out here, hanging out with the chat, trying a few different things, catching a fish or two on the lake, just relaxing, enjoying the scenery. You guys see that nice scenery out there? Stress-free. Unless somebody like, who was it? Grove Farmers comes in and gives me a challenge saying I only get, how many casts? I had 5 casts. Say, yeah, MoneyBass, you only get 5 casts, partner. Chef Boy says, this Bass for Cash is going on. What is that going on us by KO? What does that mean? What does that mean? You liking that Bass for Cash? Let's see. Fish for Dolph says, yeah, paid it forward with memberships and put it back in the pot. That is right. I forgot about that. Good deal. Good deal. Crocker says, yes, 5 casts. Willie Pert says, what's the temperature? Well, the water temp is about 53 degrees. The outside temp feels like it's dropped down in the 40s right now. Chef Boy says, boxing match. What are y'all talking about, boxing matches? Crocker says, take care. Got to feed the dogs and eat supper. God bless all and congrats again to all. Really appreciate you, Crockett, for tuning in. Always makes it better to have Crockett in there with his comments and commentary, getting active in the chat. Really appreciate you. James says it is 50 in Roswell. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's probably around the same here. Miss Mary says it's 23 degrees in Buffalo. Feels like 15. Man, if you're out there and it feels like 23, does it really matter if it's this 15 degrees make a big difference if you're already feeling like if it's actually 23? What do you think, Miss Mary? Shout out to the Bass Geek. Hit me with the 298. He says he thinks that fish was a 298. What was the weight of that fish, guys? What was it, 374? I think that was a 374 spotted bass that we had. Shout out to the Bass Geek. Hope everything's been going well for you out there, sir. We have about 100 people in the chat. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're finishing up this thing we call Bass for Cash, where your partner MoneyBass comes out here and catches the bass. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, guess the exact weight of the fish, and you may get a payout just like your partner Chef Boy did earlier today. Chef Boy emptied out the pot from everybody. I know everybody was mad at you for a minute, Chef Boy. They were like, hey, how did he do it? Why did he do it to us? They were like, we should get a chance to win that pot too. Chef Boy was like, nah, I want all of the funds. Give me all of the money. We're slowing it down a little bit. Man, I sure did like that fight on this 8-pound line with that swim bait, guys. Throwing a 3/8 ounce jig head on this little swim bait. And that fish just popped it. All right, all right. Sun's going down. Go ahead and turn the lights on. Time to head on in. Voodoo says, swole belly Sally was shaking that head. That is right. I definitely thought that was a catfish, guys. Now look at all of these fish out here. What kind of fish are those? Let's go ahead and just see what they'll do. See what they'll do with this little swim bait. All right, looks like the alarm has gone off on me. Is it time to go home? Chef Boy says probably crappie. Nah, I don't think those are crappie out there. Man, it's hard to leave. You know why? Because fishing is fun. I guess it's just that simple, right? Fishing is fun. Miss Mary says, what else is common to catch out here? So people catch spotted bass, largemouth bass, striper, catfish. What else you guys catch out here on? Some people catch walleye, but I've never caught a walleye out here. What other fish are common to catch out here on Lake Lanier in the chat, guys? I think we have some other people that fish Lake Lanier in the chat. Voodoo says a cold if he isn't careful. Miss Mary says, I've only caught one walleye in my whole life. I've never caught a walleye before. It says, still waiting to catch a muskie one day. All right, guys. We have about 73 people still in the chat. Really appreciate everybody. I hope you guys have already subscribed to the channel. We get out here on a weekly basis and do this thing we call Bass for Cash. I also do a Tuesday night live stream. So make sure you tune in, subscribe to the channel. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern is when we do the Tuesday night live streams. We've been talking about this Mega Live and electronics thing lately. So yeah, it's been a good deal with that. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and head in for the day. Make sure you guys come back again on Monday. We will be back out here once again. Remember, it does not cost a thing to participate in Bass for Cash. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Quick and easy, all right? Hope everybody has a very wonderful weekend. getting prepared for the holidays. All right, so big shout out to the Spot Remover. Really appreciate you hitting the channel with the $20 super chat. Shout out to, oh goodness, well, I keep wanting to say the name right. Sweet Lady. I mean, say it wrong. Sweet Lady. Shout out to Sweet Lady. And then who else was it that came in and hit us with that $20 super sticker, super chat? Man, I hate not naming everybody, but I definitely appreciate everybody that does tune in and support the channel on a weekly basis, guys. But there you go. Oh, I already reset it. But that fish was a 374. There you go. That last fish was a 374, guys. All right, shout out to Chef Boy. Came in and took the money away from everybody. So we'll start back over again next week, see what the pot will be. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. It was Clint. Yeah, shout out to Clint Perry. Really appreciate that, Chef Boy. All right, let's see. All right. Chef Boy says shalom, money. Really appreciate you. Shout out to Clint. All right, people. I will see you guys on the next live stream.